It is Friday night, and you know exactly what that means on KDDR, the Tornado, and KDAK, the Cardinal. That means we are getting it started right here, right now, with the Full 9 Yards podcast. I am BJ Walters, sports director at KDAK, the Cardinal. He is Ricky Clavercamp, sports director at KDDR, the Tornado. And the great thing about that, Ricky, having the title of sports director is when we want to do a goofy radio podcast, they let us do it.
Yeah, they haven't told us no yet. I mean, this is what, week 5 of us doing? No, week 6 because we did week 0. So I mean, hey, they haven't told us no yet. We're still on the air. FCC hasn't come for us either. So yet.
We might be next.
Yeah, we might be next.
Going. Nonetheless. Nonetheless.
Bring it on, Trump. I'll win. Actually, no, I wouldn't. Trump would win. I'd let him win. I'd let him win.
Would.
Go, Donnie, go.
Here's the thing. You got two very loving, caring people on this show. We are not fighters. We do not fight.
Donnie, you can have the win. I mean, if you tell me that this show's terrible, I'll listen to you, Donnie. I'll listen to you. After 100%. His rant at the United Nations, he can do whatever he wants.
He can do anything.
He can do whatever he wants, but we're not talking that. We're talking football and how Region 1's a complete and total mess.
Holy cow. I mean, Ricky, the losing so there were 4 Region 1 games last Friday night.
Yep.
Just like there are every week. The losing team scored a combined 8 points. Only Oaks scored but lost.
They scored but lost to Lisbon last week, and it's called Lisbon just has the bodies to power their way through basically any kind of line of scrimmage you throw at them. They have just big boys at the front line, and that was the name of the game. They imposed their will early, and Lisbon got the win 18-8. Oaks also had a touchdown stolen away from a phantom offensive pass interference call that neither myself nor Garrett Meal have gotten any explanation on. And but outside of that, I mean, Lisbon was just the better team that day.
So what you're telling me is that we're going right back into last year's basketball postseason with phantom things happening. I saw phantom points given and a phantom basket at the end of the half, and now we've got phantom offensive pass interference.
Yeah. It was interesting, but yeah, 18-8. Lisbon just got the bodies, and now they're 3-0. Yeah. And with the loss to Oaks, that means they are 2-1. With Ellendale Edgerly Cullen beating Sargent County, like of course they did. They're now 2-1. Northern Cass beat Hillsborough Central Valley, which 6-0 that one. Another one. Let's see. 2 weeks ago it was 6-0 Hillsborough Central Valley. Yeah. So
those games must be awfully.
Those games must be so fun. I would love to watch that game. Basically rugby. Oh, perfect. And then Valley City beat up on Mayport CG because, of course, Valley City did 32-0. Mayport CG, they're just having a rough year. They should be down a 9-man. Same with Sargent County. But I digress. So they're 2-1, which means at second place, right behind Lisbon with that 3-0 inside of the region record.
Which we all predicted.
Yeah, everyone had Lisbon at 3-0. No one, don't go back and listen to the recordings of this. Everyone had Lisbon winning the region right now. Ellendale Edgy comes 2-1. Northern Cass is 2-1. Oaks is 2-1. Valley City is 2-1. A 4-way tie for second place, which very well could end up being a 5-way tie for first place if all of the teams with winning records, except for Lisbon, wins this week.
Yeah. Now, I don't think that's going to happen, and we'll get to that in the second segment, but you've got just a complete and total mess of a region. Now,
the playoff permutations are going to be outstanding.
Oh, it's going to be great when Oaks is playing Ellendale on that last night of the regular season. You're going to be scoreboard watching. There's a good chance Region 1 won't know any of the seeds until that night.
Yeah, until the end of that night when everybody probably figures out their because I guarantee you they're going to have to figure out tiebreakers and everything else after that night. That final week, by the way, you'll have Lisbon at Sargent County. So Lisbon will get that final win on Thursday night because, God forbid, we play Friday Night Lights. And then Valley City will play at Northern Cass on Friday night, and Mayport CG's at Hillsborough Central Valley. So honestly, the game that will probably be deciding everything is that Oaks, Ellendale, Edgeley, Cullum game, because at the end of the day, Sargent County, Mayport CG, and Valley City are probably going to be out.
Yeah, certainly Sargent County and Mayport CG will.
Yeah.
Certainly them. And we'll see, because apparently Hillsborough plays really good defense, and the offense is kind of, we'll get around to it. It's fine.
Yeah, that's going to be the best game of football that we got tonight. I can't wait to watch that game on my computer screen during the and went just scoreboard watch that one with Jerry Edwards broadcasting from Hillsborough, because that's going to be a game that will end probably 7-0.
If that many. If
2-0.
that many points.
2-0.
The last 2 weeks, they've both been 6-0 finishes. Hillsborough beat Ellendale, Edgeley, Cullum 6-0, lost at Northern Cass's homecoming 6-0 as well. Moving around the state a little bit, we'll get to 9-man in just a second, because it went how we thought it would. Langdon, 42-12 over Rugby, no big surprise. Park River is still undefeated. They're doing it without their quarterback. They got a kick return and 2 big plays. That was it. They got nothing the rest of the game against Carrington. They defeated the Cardinals 18-8. But this is going to sound really weird, because Carrington's 0-3 in the region. But this is going to sound really weird. They got a huge assist from the Thompson Tommies last week, because Thompson beat Harvey 14-12, and of course Grafton beat Turtle Mountain 44-8. Those are the first points Turtle Mountain have scored in Region play. But are we sleeping on a team in Region 3? And that team is Botno. I know we talked about them at the beginning of the year. They have a really good quarterback wide receiver combination in Abdur Rahman, the wide receiver who's back for his senior year. Botno's 4-1, Ricky. They beat South Prairie Max 53-6. Are we missing something with the Braves?
I'm maybe a little bit, maybe just a little bit with Botno. I want to see them actually play somebody else outside of Velva. I mean, you lose to Velva 24-18. Velva is probably the worst ranked team in the state. I mean, I have them at, I voted them number 5 this last week, and Botno lost to them 24-18. So maybe we're sleeping on them a little bit, but not too much, I don't think. I mean, 53-6 against South Prairie Max, that's nothing. That's a cakewalk.
Everybody could do that. Anybody
could do that. They're going to run over Tioga tonight. Tonight. Then they'll have to play Delax Burlington as their next tough opponent.
That'll be a fun game against Delax Burlington. Likely for the 2 seed.
Yep.
Unless Ray Powers Lake is actually this good. And we're going to find out tonight, and we'll talk about that coming up in the second segment. I did want to get to, just very briefly, we do not talk a lot of AAA football here.
No,
but have you ever seen a Division B more of a crapshoot? It is now 4 different number 1 teams through, 5 weeks for them. Through 5 weeks, they've had 4 different teams ranked number 1.
Yeah, they haven't had their, well, let's see, they have Shanley this week.
Yep. Last week it was Legacy. The week before it was Davies. At the beginning of the year, it was Cheyenne.
I mean, Cheyenne, Davies, Legacy, and now Shanley. And
what a crapshoot.
Nobody knows what's going on over there. It's AAA. I mean, there's only half the teams are ranked anyways.
Yeah, so. That's true. That's 100% true. In fact, there's 10 teams. Yeah.
The only team that we know should not be ranked anymore is Fargo North, because they lost to Minot North 28-7.
Well, Minot North's going to win the state championship in AA, but nonetheless on that. All right, let's go to 9-man, because
I told y'all.
We thought last week could be interesting, and for number 1, it was more interesting than any game they've played since the last time they lost. Now, before you go getting all excited about that, all I mean by that is that the clock didn't run nonstop in the second half. They still beat North Prairie, New Rockford, Cheyenne, Maddox did, 62-36. Ricky, that is an incredible streak, isn't it? 16 straight games with a running clock in the second half.
It's insane how big of a dynasty that the Rockets currently have. New Rockford, Cheyenne, Maddox, going all the way back to a semifinal loss on November 3rd of 2023 when they lost to Wishick of all teams, 32-28. And I think I remember that one. I think we had that one here on KDDR, if I remember right, way back then.
It was a big surprise that New Rockford Cheyenne Maddox lost that game.
Yep. And then Wishick ended up losing to Rolla.
Border.
Yeah.
Or North Prairie.
Yeah. So, I mean.
In a terrible game, by the way. That was not a good 9-man football game. I think it was like 12-8.
16-8.
16-8. I mean, just awful. Come on.
Not a lot of scoring, which, yeah, in 9-man football, you need a lot of points. But I told y'all this would happen, that New Rockford Cheyenne would get that big win over North Prairie, and it was supposed it's the most, but still, it's 62-36. I mean,
yeah.
And then I told everybody, I told you, I told everyone, yeah, Hankinson, they got Rayshawn Earl. That's outstanding. Lemoore wins by 30, and what did they do? They won exactly by 30.
They won by 30. And by the way, the last two games, 64% completion percentage for Mason Workin. What did we talk about last week?
He starts coming alive. This team becomes even more unstoppable of a machine than they already are. And
That's right.
Lemoore, again, top. I voted them at number 1 again because, of course, I did. I voted them number 1. I have New Rockford Cheyenne Maddox at number 2. Linton's at solid 3 team. Then I have Alexander and Hankinson to round out my top 5 because, yeah, Hankinson lost, but they lost to Lemoore. I mean,
I think I went ahead and put Divide County number 5 just because they were undefeated. I mean, I know nothing about them, but
yeah. And now Divide County is number 5.
Yeah, sure.
So
I still have New Rockford number 1 just because I don't think it matters.
No, I don't think it matters.
It's going to be New Rockford and Lemoore. Shout out to whoever went, you know what?
Yeah.
New Rockford's okay. Lemoore's okay, but I think Linton's better than both of them.
Way to go. Here's my clapping for you. Here's my clapping. Way to go, guy. I don't know who did that.
Come on.
I want your voting rights stripped, not just for polls, but for the country. You don't deserve to vote anymore in anything because Linton should not be number 1. I'm sorry, but Linton is Linton. They are outstanding at 9-man football. Terrific. Great. Go Linton, go. They will go far.
They'll go to the semi.
They will go to the semis. They will put Lemoore off and running through that semifinals, just like last year.
Yep.
52-16 was the final last year, and that will be the score again this year.
Yeah. What's crazy is we know who Lemoore's going to play probably in the semi. Not a clue who New Rockford Cheyenne Maddox might play.
No, we don't know. And
not a clue.
No,
all right. Well,
no idea.
There's a lot more to do tonight, and it is getting to white knuckle time in some areas of the state. So we'll talk about it right after this when the Full 9 Yards podcast continues in a moment.
Guard Dental in Carrington has your smile on the mind. Guard Dental specializes in orthodontics, cosmetic dentistry, teeth whitening, dental crowns and bridges, dental veneers, dental implants, general and family dentistry, root canals, clear aligner orthodontics, sedation dentistry, dentures, lasers, TMJ therapy, and wisdom teeth removal. Call Guard Dental today for family dentistry and beyond. Guard Dental in Carrington, 701-652-2300.
Your first car. It may have been a fixer-upper, but you treated it right. It was your own. That's how Showplace Cabinetry approaches each crafted piece. We deliver it to you with care, because it's our own. Central City Lumber can help you choose the design of your dreams. Give them a test drive. This American-made cabinetry is adaptable to your unique style and built with pride. Every single piece is back for a lifetime. Bet you wish you had that deal on your car. Stop in at Central City Lumber of Carrington, and let's build a beautiful kitchen or bath that really turns heads.
Life is about moments, big or small, joyful or challenging. At Carrington Health Center, we believe everyone in our community deserves compassionate care close to home, so you can focus on enjoying those moments surrounded by the people you love. At our facility, we put the care in
physical therapy,
radiology,
the acute care clinic.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula, 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit proeyecarecenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional eye care centers, clearly the best.
Welcome back to the full 9 yards. Ricky Clovercamp am I. BJ Walters is he. And we always start previewing tonight's games because there's a lot to cover, especially Region 1, Region 2. Region 1 has the 4-way tie for second place, and we could very well get a 5-way tie for first place, BJ, especially if the top 2 teams that I think are currently in Region 1, Lisbon and Ellendale, Edgeley, Cullum, play against each other. And if it goes the way I think it is, with Eek getting that win, all of a sudden Lisbon's drawn into another tie with a 3-1 record.
All the 2-1 teams are on the road as well. Northern Cass will win. Oaks will win. I am absolutely not going to tell you Valley City will beat Hillsborough Central Valley. Absolutely not.
I don't think anybody can tell me that Valley City is going to beat Hillsborough Central Valley. I don't think anybody can tell me Hillsborough Central Valley is going to beat Valley City.
So what happens to the tiebreakers in the event of a tie where both offenses go, I can see the end zone. I just don't want to go there.
I think Valley City's probably got the better kicking.
Oh, do that? Oh, well, that might be important.
Oh, I would think so. I don't even know, but I would think Valley City has the better kicking. What do you think?
Yeah, they got
more
enough kids to choose from to find a dang kicker.
Yeah, they got 50 more kids this year.
Yeah,
yeah.
Surely they can find a soccer player somewhere from the powerhouse Valley City. Okay, I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to go there.
What? Oh, appeal to go down, but your enrollment went up, Highliners. What's going on? Oh, you're getting rocked every single game. No one feels bad for you.
Nobody feels bad for you.
Oh.
I actually think Hillsborough Central Valley will win that game, which will mean that you'll have a 4-way tie for first place. But if you think it's nice and easy, it's most certainly not.
I really want Valley City to win this game on a safety. Final score of 2-0 out in Hillsborough. Just the most defensive battle ever. No one wins, and both teams just refuse to win, and both teams lose with Valley City winning on a safety.
So this is going to be the Billy Madison. We are all worse for having experienced this. I award you no points. Good day to you.
And may God have mercy on your soul. Yeah.
May God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah, basically that is that game. And I mean, I'm sorry, Highliners. I'm sorry, but it's just not a good year to be.
I do agree with you on EEK beating Lisbon.
Oh yeah, I think
Lisbon
tough.
is I guess big enough, physical enough to keep it interesting, but the Thunder are too good.
Now I think the Thunder are too good right now, as just as Pecorine was too good right now with the Nashville Predators a few years back when they lost because Pecorine started playing terribly. But I think Ellendale Edgeley Cullum is actually good, and I think they can beat Lisbon, but Lisbon also can win this game just because they have such big guys at the line of scrimmage in the trenches, and that's where games are won and lost, is right in the trenches there.
Maybe it's a stereotype, but when you say that, that's exactly how I envision a Lisbon football team. Just a bunch of farm kids, big, bruising, playing with broken bones, playing with sprained ligaments, just trying to push people around.
They have a running back that has a number 50.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome.
And he runs rampant. And
that's what we need more of.
He ran for 20. He could run for 20 yards at a pop. He was getting first downs left and right for these Broncos. So it's going to be a good game between the Thunder and the Broncos up in Lisbon, so we'll keep an eye on that one as the night progresses. Valley City, Hillsborough, nobody wants to predict because that game's going to be a single-digit game. Northern Cass at Mayport CG. If Northern Cass doesn't win this game, I have no words. Oaks at Sargent County. Oaks should win this game. Again, if Oaks does not win this game, I have no words. I don't know. We think Sargent County has gotten an offensive touchdown. We think against Northern Cass. I can't confirm it yet. I'll confirm it during the pregame report, but Sargent County, again, I just feel bad for them.
They should not be in 11A.
No.
They just should not be in 11A.
Thanks, Tri-State.
They're the ones that caused all of this.
They caused all of our pain and suffering for Sargent County. And
So Region 2 has two big games, Ricky. Park River and Grafton are both undefeated in the region. Park River do not yet have their quarterback back. What do you think? I mean, I've seen both teams. I think Park River's just far more physical, and I don't think Grafton will be able to handle them.
I'll go with you there. I think Grafton and Park River have a very physical matchup, and yeah, Park River just mans Grafton at the end of the day. That's just what it's going to come down to. As I said, football games, they're won in the trenches. They're won at the line of scrimmage. You get the bigger guys, you win your game.
And that's exactly the case. Now, remember I told you I don't think Grafton's making the playoffs, despite the fact that they're 3-0. That's because they still have this game. They still have Harvey Wells County. They still have Langdon, and I believe their other game that they still have left is against. And so I think Grafton has won their last game of the year already.
Really?
Which means that if Langdon beat Thompson, and I think we all expect that, Carrington with a win tonight against Turtle Mountain are right back in this thing.
Weren't we just saying last week that Carrington's down and out if they don't get a win last week?
We did, and then Thompson helped Carrington out by beating Harvey Wells County.
So Thompson getting that win. Thompson now 2-1. Harvey Wells County 1-2.
Mm-hmm.
If Carrington gets the win,
and I think everyone in the state of North Dakota expects Carrington to win this homecoming football game tonight.
Again, if Carrington doesn't win this game, it's basically sell the team poll ads at that point. I mean, Turtle Mountain is one of those teams that if you don't win, I mean, you just have to take a deep, long look at yourself in the mirror and go, what went wrong?
On average, they're being defeated 45-6.
Turtle Mountain has a total of 8 points in the region.
That's right, and those came last week. They've been outscored in region play 137-8.
They've been outscored in general play 218-36.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Carrington, you got to win the game. You got to win the game.
You got to win this game. This is must win.
It is a must win. All right, so we talked about Ray Powers Lake. They've won 4 in a row since losing to Northern Cass. Go figure that. Tonight at Velva. Do you give Ray Powers Lake any chance at all?
Velva? Yes. I don't think Velva's very good. I mean, you know this. I don't think Velva's very good. They're the worst number 5. They're the worst number 5 team, and that's where they're at in the polls. They're number 5.
They're not number 2?
No.
Thank goodness.
And I mean, they're number 3 in the polls, but I have them at number 5.
I have them 4
because they barely deserve to be in the top 5. I think
the fact that they're in the top 5 might say more about 11A than we really want to reveal here.
No, we don't. We don't want to we don't want to ruin kayfabe. Velva 4-1. They're not very good. They don't have an offense. They barely have a defense. I think Ray Powers Lake wins this game. I think it's close, but I think Ray Powers Lake wins it.
Interesting. I think Velva wins because Velva's at home. But I genuinely believe that Velva's a first round exit. This year.
Oh yeah, they can win their region, and they will lose to Southern McLean or Bowman County or Beulah or Central McLean in the opening round of the postseason.
Are you buying Killdeer? Last year I never bought them, and then they lost in the second round, and they should have lost in the first round. Are you buying them?
Where did I put them in the polls? Where are they in the polls? Hold on.
They are 2. They are the number 2 team in 11A.
I bet the same person that voted number 1 voted them number 1 because they got a first place vote again. And I'm sorry, but you also, if you are a different person, you also no longer lose your suffrage in the country of Ricky. When I become king, you don't get to vote in anything anymore. I put Killdeer at 4.
Goodness gracious.
I put Killdeer at 4 because, I mean, they're undefeated. They're 5-0. It's what I don't buy them. I'm not buying what they're selling. I think it's just they're in the West.
There are 2 of our favorite kind of games this week, Ricky. There's 2
Super Tank Bowls. Hazen and Heart River. Let's go.
You know what? I'm going to pick Hazen in that game. Go get your first win.
Go get that first win, Hazen.
A local Super Tank Bowl Enderlin and Richland.
Oh, that's just injected into my veins. The the 0 for teams playing against each other. Richland, they are scoring 13.5 points per game in the region, 13.5 points per game overall. They allow 57.3, taking on Enderlin, who score 11.6 points per game, give up 41.4 overall. I say we go with Richland tonight. Richland gets their first win of the season, and it's pretty close.
The Colts of Colfax.
The Colts of Colfax get their win tonight in the Super Tank Bowl.
Are having a fantastic volleyball season.
Yes, they are. And, we'll see what happens when they play somebody that isn't Region 1 or District 1. But, yeah, they're having a good season so far. Lamorlich will Marion at Griggs Mid-Coda.
Griggs is coming off a loss to Hatton Northwood.
God bless you, Griggs Mid-Coda, for coming up and playing for hosting the Lobo Machine. The Lobo Machine will leave your town intact and then be leaving after a quick game. And then
and the same for New Rockford Cheyenne Maddock there at Midway Minto. Oh, you poor Midway Minto folks.
Yeah, God bless sign of the cross, and just pray that it ends quickly and have New Rockford Cheyenne leave town as fast as they can. And then, you got Hankinson hosting Wyndmere Lidgerwood. That's a rivalry game.
It is.
Hankinson and
In fact, a couple years ago, their girls' basketball schools were co-op.
Yeah, they're right next to each other. My wife went to Lidgerwood High School.
Wow.
She remembers when Wyndmere Lidgerwood actually first joined up together, and that was a big deal.
I'm sure they were thrilled about that.
No. They were big rivalries. That was the Warriors and the Cardinals. That's why they're the Warbirds now.
Yeah, but that has turned into one of the great mascots in North Dakota high school sports.
It has.
That and the Woodchucks of St. John.
Go St. John. I like you. But
Go St. John. And also the Ray Jays, just because of how it goes together.
Yes, but Hankinson win this game. It's easy. Wyndmere Lidgerwood.
I can't wait for Hankinson Griggs Mid-Coda because that's for the 2 seed.
Yeah, that'll be for the 2 seed in Region And actually could be Hankinson South Border as well. Because South Border's 4-1.
I think Hankinson will win that game.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That one's one of those where you just kind of flip a coin.
It's interesting because all of these 9-man games seem so insignificant because we know how this ends. We just do.
We already got the end of the script. We got New Rockford, Cheyenne, and Lemoore on a date in the Fargo Dome in November. Now,
everyone talks about the NFL being scripted. I think 9B in North Dakota is scripted.
Oh, I don't know how they got all those draft picks.
Yeah, right?
Okay, we're running up against the clock here, so we're going to send you on your way to your guys' pregame shows. BJ, have a good call. Go Cardinals.
Yeah, absolutely. Homecoming tonight. Ricky, have a good call. Go Tornadoes over in Sargent County.
Yeah, over in Sargent County. Again, KDDR, Edward Jones pregame show starts up in a little bit. KDAK, your pregame show starts up in a little bit. Football's coming up next. Again, next week, same bat time, same bat channel. It's the full 9 yards in production of I3G Media Sports Network.
Carrington Drug, your independently owned Good Neighbor Pharmacy, salutes caregivers everywhere. The ones who aid an aging parent or nurturing a sick child. The fact is, we are all caregivers at different times, and your community pharmacist is ready to go above and beyond to support you with encouragement and guidance, good times and bad. Visit with Matt Paulson and his expert staff at Carrington Drug, 415 Main Street in Carrington, caring for you and our community.
The fun is always on tap. I'm heading to Headlocks.
Head on over to Headlocks of Carrington for some great deals after the Cardinals game. If you and your friends come in sporting any Cardinals gear, you'll not only receive the friendliest service around, but also special discounts. Ask for more details and visit us on Facebook for all of our happenings.
The fun is always on tap. I'm heading to Headlocks.
Headlocks, Carrington, North Dakota.
The snap is back, and Fritz gets a line drive kick away that is fielded by Zink at the Rugby 45. Inside the 35, he angles left. He's got a lot of room. There goes McCain Zink. Touchdown, Carrington. A 45-yard punt return. The first special teams touchdown of the year for the Cardinals.
Carrington Cardinal football on 1600 100.1 The Cardinal and the Cardinal YouTube channel is brought to you by Gar Dental, Central City Lumber, CHI St. Alexius Carrington Medical Clinic, Professional Eye Care Centers, Carrington Drug, Headlocks, Arrowwood Prairie Co-op, Central City H2O, Bickett Insurance, Sendak, Bassett Motors, Bank Forward, High Plains Equipment, Carrington Dental Care, Dakota Central, Bremer Bank, DJ's Home Center, Evans Funeral Home, Leading Edge Equipment, Farmers Union Insurance, Randy Huey Agent, Retzlaff Seed and Supply, Napa Auto Parts, Jamestown Regional Medical Center, Central Pharmacy, and the Carrington Healthy Communities Coalition.
Motion left to right from Corbin Clifton. Handed that way. Peyton Harrington with a lot of room, and he is gone. Peyton Harrington with his first rushing touchdown of the season from 25 yards.
Now, Carrington Cardinal football.
It has been quite the day in Carrington. It all started with the homecoming pep rally earlier, and now it moves outdoors here to Cardinals Stadium as the Carrington Cardinals host for Homecoming 2025, the Braves of Turtle Mountain Community Belcourt. Happy to have you with us with our Eyes in the Sky, Wyatt Reed, and with Vinny Rappel, Mike Side, BJ Walters with you. And Vinny, it doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter the kind of season you're having. It doesn't matter the kind of football team you've got. Homecoming is special.
Yes, Carrington should. I mean, no matter what happens with this game, it's still a fun night. Still, it was a fun day for Carrington, but now they want to put the top of the icing on the cake and see if they can end this night with a win.
It could so easily be that Carrington comes into this game 5-0. It's not the case, but it could so easily be the case. Instead, they come in 1-4, having lost 3 in a row. Last week, a tough 18-8 decision at Park River. And, Vinny, it was a little bit of what we've seen this year. There was nothing wrong with the defense at all. The offense just couldn't quite get going against what is a undefeated football team in Park River.
Right. The offense of last week, there was definitely some big plays that they could have made. The throw was just a little too short or a little too far, or the receiver didn't make the catch. It's just those big plays really play a big part in the overall ending of the game.
If you want to talk about big plays, I don't know how I'm making this transition, but we're doing it. Let's talk about Turtle Mountain, because they give up big plays, and they give up a lot of them. This is a team that is 0-5. They're 0-3 in league play, and coming into the night, they have been outscored on average 46-7, and in their 3 region losses, Vinny, they have been outscored 139-8.
Yep, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet. Hopefully for the Turtle Mountain, they're hoping that they can make some big plays happen, see if they can get some unexpected points on the board, and see if they can walk away with their first win of the season.
It is an elimination game for Carrington. I think everyone in the stands is fully aware that if you lose tonight, you're not going to the playoffs.
Yep, big stakes for Carrington, but they still got to not worry about that. They need to just focus on making big plays, being consistent, and scoring points.
And they will look to do it in front of, I mean, look at this. Granted, if you're on radio, you cannot see what we're talking about, but the band is already here. The crowd is filing in. But if you're watching on YouTube, and perhaps our Eyes in the Sky, Wyatt, could give you some appreciation, the vehicles are lined up on the fence. Homecoming in Carrington, Vinny, you're only 20 miles away in New Rockford. You know full well Homecoming in Carrington is a massive, massive deal.
Definitely. I think that a lot of people are really excited for this game, and they're hoping that Carrington can get some momentum and get a first win for the season on the region standings.
They need it, and 3 of the last 4 at home. It has given Carrington reason to believe that they can still get themselves into the postseason, but it has to start tonight. Right now, our first break, and when we come back, speaking of region standings, we'll take a look at those. We'll take a look at tonight's schedule within the region as well, and we'll do all of it when Cardinal football continues in a moment.
There's no community like a Cenex community. That's why every Cenex store is proud to serve theirs by supporting local athletic teams, promoting the arts, and making sure each store is a place its neighbors can find what they need, catch up with their friends, and stay connected. It's also why we give back, helping to make the wonderful places we call home the best they can be. The store next door, powered locally at Cenex.
Visit your local Arrowwood Prairie Co-op in Carrington, Wimbledon, Cooperstown, and Sutton.
When you're thinking about insurance, think of Bickett Insurance. Bickett Insurance, through our partnership with Auto Owners Insurance, can take care of your farm, home, auto, business, or life insurance needs. The agents at Bickett Insurance have over 115 years of insurance experience. We know how to design policies to protect the things important to you. Give Bickett Insurance a call today.
Better get Bickett. Bickett Insurance Agency. Better get Bickett. Bickett Insurance Agency.
Here at Sendak Cooperative, we're here to provide you with all the products and services you've come to rely on for your farm operation. Please give us a call for all your fertilizer, seed, energy, and fuel needs for this year's growing season, and let us help you with all your grain marketing decisions. You can contact us today at any of our locations in Central North Dakota or visit us on the web at sendakcooperative.com. Sendak Cooperative, helping farm owners grow and succeed today and into the future.
Hi, this is James at Bassett Motors. Let's test drive a new Chevrolet together. Stack up the savings with discounts and rebates combined with 0% financing for the lowest payments of the year. See us online at BassettMotors.com or call us 701-652-2955. Or better yet, stop in to see our wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles.
Where our customers send their friends.
We are back at Cardinals Stadium in Carrington, North Dakota. It is the Cardinals and the Turtle Mountain Community Braves coming up at the top of the hour. BJ Walters, Vinny Rappel back with you. And right now, let's take a look at what's going on in the region. First, the standings within Region 2, and you can see that there are three teams at 3-0. Langdon, Park River, and Grafton. Grafton has not played any of the top-tier teams yet in the region. That begins tonight when they play Park River at home tonight. Thompson, after beating Harvey Wells County last week 2-1, the Hornets dropped to 1-2, and then Carrington, Rugby, and Turtle Mountain 0-3. Now, what you notice on that schedule is that aside from next week against the number one team of the state, Carrington has Rugby, Turtle Mountain, and Thompson left, which means they very much do still control their own destiny to making the 2025 postseason. Let's take a look at what's going on now tonight in the region, and let's give you a guide if you're a Carrington fan as far as who you're rooting for tonight. Thompson is at Langdon area Munich. Well, you're rooting for the Cardinals to get that win. You want Langdon to beat Thompson. Park River and Grafton, while you might think it doesn't matter, because of upcoming schedules, it does matter. You want Park River to win that game. Rugby and Harvey Wells County. Not only do you not like Harvey Wells County as a Carrington fan, a Rugby win would help Carrington quite a bit. So, Vinny, as you look at these standings, as you look at the scoreboard, not many 0-3 teams in region play across the state can say, hey, we've still got a shot. Carrington can legitimately say, hey, we've still got a shot.
Right. There's a lot that Carrington needs to go right, and it's going to be really difficult, but it's still possible. Carrington still has a chance, but what they need to focus on is this game and winning this game and figuring out their offense. That's what it is.
And already we can tell you at the end of the first quarter, Park River leading Grafton 18-0 in Grafton. Look, Grafton has played Turtle Mountain, Carrington, and Rugby. If you're being honest, if you beat Carrington, then those other two games should be wins. Grafton should be 3-0. But now it's the hard part of the schedule, and it's not going well tonight for the Spoilers. Over in Region 1, there's a potential, Vinny, for a 5-way tie for first place at the end of the night. If Ellendale Edgeley-Combe beat Lisbon, I think that's reasonable. Valley City would have to beat Hillsboro. I don't think that's going to happen, but whatever. And then you've got Northern Cass at Mayport and Oaks at Sargent County. In Region 3, the big game is Velva and Ray Powers Lake for a first place within that region. And then in Region 4, Killdeer 5-0. They've got Bowman County at home. You want to dive into the 9-man? I know you do, Vinny.
Oh, yeah.
Because New Rockford, Cheyenne, Maddock are at Midway Minto. We expect things to get back to normal tonight in that we expect a running clock in the second half of that football game. They still won by 26 points a week ago. There's nothing wrong with New Rockford, Cheyenne, Maddock. They've just set the bar so ridiculously high that when the clock wasn't running in the second half last week, the whole state went, oh, no, what's wrong with the Rockets? The answer was nothing. North Prairie's pretty good.
Yeah, they definitely have some playmakers. I mean, there were some busted plays, but, it's got to happen every once in a while.
Number 2, Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion are just up the road at Griggs Mid-Coda. I didn't quite get this when we were listening to the podcast. You think Lemoore should be number 2 behind New Rockford, Vinny?
Oh, yeah, of course. That's not even a question to me.
Number 3, Linton hosts New Salem Almont. Number 4, Alexander up 30-0 on Surrey at the half. And at number 5 this week was Divide County. They are at Nedrose. Our game, Carrington and Turtle Mountain. We're going to hear from Kyle Smith in just a couple minutes. But, Vinny, I can't help but think that this is a game where if you can just get something to go right at the beginning of the game, it can snowball against a team that doesn't think they can really compete. And at the end of the night, whatever the score is, you walk up to their coach, you say, look, it's not personal.
Right. Carrington's definitely going to have to be explosive throughout this game. And for Turtle Mountain, they just got to hope that if it does not go their way and Carrington gets a good start, that they're not going to fold.
Last year in this game, Carrington went on a 9-play drive to begin the game. The first 8 plays were runs. The 9th was a play-action pass that, because of all the running, was wide open. The first offensive play for Turtle Mountain, they threw an interception. The next play for Carrington, they had a 50-yard touchdown. And 2 minutes in, it was 14-0, and the game was over. They won 42-16, and really it was not that close. So if you're Carrington head coach Kyle Smith, you're clearly looking for something just like that tonight.
Oh, yeah, of course. If you're Kyle Smith, I would definitely hope that you can get a lot more big plays on the offensive side, get stuff going. And then Turtle Mountain, they just got to not fold under pressure. If stuff doesn't go their way, they got to be able to come back and not just give everyone around the stadium a boring game, because it's homecoming night. They don't want to see a boring game.
That's right. They do not want to see a boring game. It is homecoming, and I don't think Kyle will get on to me too much for saying this since he repeats it in his interview, but he was a class of 84 grad in Carrington, so he knows what homecoming is like. We'll talk to him about what the importance of homecoming is in Carrington and get his thoughts on this one as well. And we will do that when Cardinal football continues right after this.
This is Bryn Hansen, a senior at Delax Billington High School and the 2025-26 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. What do many of our nation's attorneys, politicians, and actors have in common? They probably became articulate and persuasive by honing these skills in high school speech and debate competitions. Every society needs leaders. High school forensics certainly does its share to train leaders for tomorrow. High school activities and academics make great curriculum partners. This has been a public service message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association and this radio station.
High Plains Equipment is your authorized Case IH dealer serving farmers around Carrington, Devils Lake, Rugby, and Harvey. When you're ready to invest in a new piece of quality Case IH equipment, their friendly and knowledgeable sales, financing, service, and parts departments will make sure your experience is outstanding. Visit highplainseq.com to connect with your local Case IH High Plains Equipment location. Many dream of 5-star hotels and 5-star restaurants. What about 5-star treatment from your dentist? That's exactly what you'll get at Carrington Dental Care. Dr. J's and Dr. Chaz's gentle, relaxed, and friendly atmosphere will give you a full-service dental experience with 5-star customer service and care. Carrington Dental Care will give you 5-star dental treatment for the entire family. New patients are always welcome. Visit thecarringtondentist.com or call 701-652-2801.
This is Tanner from Leading Edge Equipment. We've got you covered for all your on-farm bulk oil needs. We deliver high-quality John Deere engine oil, High Guard, Cool Guard, and DEF, along with a wide selection of oil tanks and accessories. Call Scott in Michigan, Chuck in Carrington, or me, Tanner in Devils Lake. We're ready to deliver right to your farm. Leading Edge Equipment, your family-owned John Deere dealer in Michigan, Devils Lake, Hamden, and Carrington. Talk to the parts department today.
Back in Carrington, one of every coach's favorite words, homecoming, and it's Carrington at Turtle Mountain coming up. We're joined by Cardinal head coach Kyle Smith. Okay, so homecoming's very much a big deal in Carrington, but I was being extremely sarcastic when I called it a coach's favorite week. This is the kind of weeks that nightmares are made of for a coach.
It kind of is, it's kind of fun for the kids because there's a lot of stuff going on, but I've been coaching 9-10 years, and it's the hardest week to get the kids focused at practice. They got a lot of stuff going on, and so in that regard, yeah, it's not my favorite week. It seems like come Friday night, we've been pretty good on Friday night, so I'm hoping that's the case this year.
Friday night against Park River, that could have gone such a different direction than it did. Got off to a really rough start those first 5 minutes, down 12-0, but then you guys locked in. Did you notice anything change on the sideline, or was it just a case of your guys waking up and getting to it?
I think it was this sense of urgency. All of a sudden they realized, holy smokes, we're down 12-0, we need to start playing, and and we got to somehow be ready to play from the opening kick on, and not play for 3.5 quarters, not play for 3 quarters, but we need to put 4 quarters of focused, aggressive, well-executed football together, and all we can do is every Friday night try and do that from the opening kick, and that'll be our goal this week.
How much fun is it for you as a coach to move a player like Peyton around? He's a running back. He can lead you in rushing one week, and last week he led you in receiving. You can do a lot of things with a player like that.
Yeah, and he's kind of our Swiss Army knife. Peyton can do a lot of different things. We like to use his speed. He's obviously one of the quickest kids on the team, and the thing about him is he gets up to top speed so fast. We probably have some other kids that in a 200-meter dash would equal his speed, but he is up to top speed so quick, and so that's what's nice, getting him in the backfield once in a while, getting him the ball quickly on the edge, getting the ball on routes, and we're going to get creative, continue to be creative on ways to get Peyton the ball.
What did you like defensively in that second and third quarter, especially that third quarter? You guys just completely dominated the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think we talked a lot during the week that they had some tendencies early in the game. We knew what was coming, but we couldn't stop it. I think eventually the kids figured out, hey, when they run a sweep right, we need to slant this way, and we need to stay away from traffic, and we need to blow things up. And so I think they just got used to the execution that we were trying to do as far as take away that sweep, which was their bread and butter, and we finally figured out a way to do that the second half.
Tonight it is Turtle Mountain, and they are struggling big time, giving up 44 points per game. They score about 6 points per game. They've been outscored by 125 points in 3 region games. And in my preparation for this game, like when you look at the film for you guys, it's very clear you want to run the football. You have some bread and butter things that you want to do. I have struggled to find the number one thing that Turtle Mountain is really good at. Does that make it a more challenging week for you as a coach?
It might, because we don't know what to expect. There's games where they throw the ball a lot, and then there's games where they don't throw it and they run it a lot. And I think they're, a little bit like us. They've got a new quarterback. They got a bunch of new skill players, and they're trying to figure themselves out a little bit. But we can't overlook anybody. We've learned our lesson the hard way the last 2 years when we do that. We need to come out and play like it's a playoff game, and that's the intensity we need to keep up for 4 quarters tonight.
One of the things that they do have is some size. They don't move quite as quick, but how important will the edges be on both sides of the ball tonight?
Yeah, they're pretty big up front on the offensive and defensive lines. I think if we can get on the edge, we could have some success. Also, if our linemen are just quick enough to get in and seal, I think we can have some success off tackle as well. But it comes down to executing the plays that are called. You look at our game from the last couple of weeks, and we're 1 block away, we're 1 route away, we're 1 catch away. We just need to do those little things. We need to do all those little things better, and then I think if we do, we'll be happy with our outcome.
We mentioned this before we started taping, but this is a game where you guys would love to have something good happen right off the bat and just build some confidence. Your guys are playing as hard as they can, but there's not the confidence of the scoreboard because at the end of the night it hasn't gone their way. This is a night for confidence, isn't it?
You're right. The effort's been there for the last 3 weeks. I can't fault that at all. But yeah, when you lose 3 tight games in a row, you start to doubt yourselves a little bit. And so it would be nice to have something happen really good early on and get the kids on that track and being focused and thinking, that positive mindset. When you think positive things happen, and when you think negative things happen. So yeah, something happening really good early on would, I think, help us a lot and just help set the tone for the game.
as someone who's been in Carrington for a long time, what's homecoming in this town mean to you?
You know, I graduated in 1985, and I don't think homecoming has changed much. We usually have a big crowd. You know, we have some halftime celebration. It's a fun week for the kids. You know, the culmination of homecoming is Friday Night Lights, and it's an awful nice feeling when you walk off the field and you can celebrate at that dance, knowing that you came away victorious.
Coach, have some fun out there, and good luck.
Appreciate it. Thank you, BJ.
That is Carrington head football coach Kyle Smith, and when we come back, it will be time for the Bassett Motors starting lineups as Carrington and Turtle Mountain get ready to go when Cardinal football continues in a moment.
Do you want to make sure homework time isn't spent on games and video streaming? Dakota Central
let it go
can
to the
help
next one.
with Experience
And then
IQ.
at the beginning
you
of the
set
next
limits
one,
to
take that
ensure your
off.
kids aren't playing when they should be doing homework. With premium managed Wi-Fi from Dakota Central, you can create healthier internet habits for your children from the easy-to-use Command IQ app. Learn more about premium Wi-Fi and Experience IQ today at www.dakotacentral.com.
Carrington sports fans, want to stay on top of all the local action? Catch what you missed by checking out the Foster County Independent. From game-changing plays to memorable moments, we've got you covered with the most in-depth sports coverage in town. And don't miss our stunning photo galleries that capture every thrilling moment and winning smile. For the latest scores, stories, and stunning sports shots, grab your copy of the Foster County Independent today or visit us online at fosterconews.com.
We're back at Cardinal Stadium in Carrington. Homecoming 2025, the Cardinals and the Turtle Mountain Community Braves. And let's right now give you tonight's starting lineups. They're brought to you by Bassett Motors. Bassett Motors has a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. The sales crew offers friendly personal service. Bassett Motors, where our customers send their friends. Call today, 652-2955. I do not believe the coin toss has taken place yet, so we'll just go ahead and give you the Carrington offense. The tackles are Hayden Hoggle, a 6'2", 175-pound sophomore, and Jacob Heinrichs, a 6', 220-pound senior. The guards are Cody Otto, a 6'3", 220-pound senior, and Alec Threadgold, a 6'4", 210-pound junior. The center is the 6', 280-pound junior, Chuck Jorgensen. The tight end is Gabe Clifton, a 5'11", 160-pound junior who has caught 4 passes this year. Surprisingly, they have all, I don't know if this is coincidence or not, but all 4 catches have come at home. He had 4 against Grafton. And, yeah, actually, no, that's not right. He had 3 against Grafton and 1 last week. And one wide receiver is 6'3", 160-pound senior, Maddox McAloney, who's caught 6, including a touchdown pass. And at the other wide receiver, though, we will see him in the backfield, 5'7", 155-pound senior Peyton Harrington, who had a really good game against the Braves last year. The main running backs are 5'10", 170-pound senior McCade Zink, who has run for 228 and caught 182 yards worth of passes. He also has a 91-yard kick return, so 501 all-purpose yards for McCade Zink through 5 games. The other running back is the 6'1", 195-pound senior Tate Wolski, who has rushed for 150 and caught 80 worth of passes this year. And the quarterback, the 6'1", 175-pound senior Max Whitman, who is completing just under 65% of his passes for 528 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 56 carries for 99 yards and a touchdown. And, of course, he had the 46-yard touchdown catch at Harvey Wells County. Turtle Mountain will come out in a 4-3-4. Their defensive ends, 6', 230-pound junior Rosen Keplin and 6', 220-pound junior Ezra Marine. The defensive tackles, 6', 230-pound senior Daryl Bercier and 6', 240-pound senior Jackson Allery. The linebackers, 5'10", 190-pound senior Christian Charette, 5'10", 170-pound sophomore Brody Desjardins, and 5'10", 170-pound junior David Wilkie. The corners are 5'9", 160-pound sophomore Daryl DeCoteau, and Cruz LaFontaine, the 5'11", 160-pound senior. The safeties are Shire DeCoteau, 5'10", 170-pound senior, and their do-everything playmaker, 6'1", 190-pound junior Robbie Parisian Jr. Eventually, Turtle Mountain gets the football. And their left tackle is the 6'1", 250-pound sophomore Liam Dubois. The right tackle is Cooper Keplin, 6'2", 240, a sophomore. Now, he's right by Rosen Keplin, who is at right guard, a 6', 230-pound junior. The left guard, Jackson Allery, at 6', 240, a senior. Royce Wilkie is the center at 6', 250, a senior. The tight end is LeBron, not spelled that way. It's Lebraun. LeBron Davis, 6'1", 190 pounds, a junior. The running backs, David Wilkie, 5'10", 170 pounds, a junior. And Brody Desjardins, the son of the head coach, 5'10", 170 pounds, sophomore. The senior quarterback at 5'11", 160 is Cruz LaFontaine. The wide receivers are Shire Decato at 5'10", 170, a senior, and Robbie Parisian Jr. at 6'1", 190, a junior. The Cardinals will alternate from a 5-3 to a 4-3. We will give you the 4-3 and then explain what the difference would be if they go to 5-down linemen. The defensive ends, Hayden Hoggle, the 6'2", 175-pound sophomore, and Alec Threadgold, the 6'4", 210-pound junior. The defensive tackles, Jacob Heinrichs, a 6', 200-pound senior, and Cody Otto, a 6'3", 220-pound senior. The linebackers, Gabe Clifton, a 5'11", 160-pound junior, McCade Zink, a 5'10", 170-pound senior, and Tate Wolski, a 6'1", 195-pound senior who already has 73 tackles through 5 games after having 126 a season ago. It's no wonder that schools like Mayville State and MSU Moorhead are interested in Tate Wolski. The right cornerback is Max Whitman, the 6'1", 175-pound senior. The left corner is 5'7", 155-pound senior Peyton Harrington. The safeties, Maddox McAloney at 6'3", 160, a senior, and Jacob Basons at 5'10", 155, a senior. Now, if Carrington goes to 5-down linemen, that would mean Basons is not on the field, and instead Chuck Jorgensen, the 6', 280-pound junior, would be in the middle. Carrington are in all Cardinal red tonight with white numbers, Cardinal red helmets with the Cardinal logo on it. Turtle Mountain, this is a rare high school game where there's no white jerseys on the field. They are in gold tops with maroon numbers outlined in white, maroon pants, maroon helmets with the gold Turtle Mountain Brave on it. It's a pretty nice night, mostly sunny, but some wind. Coach Wolski was telling us that, yeah, it could impact things down on the field because it's moving from our right to our left. Tonight's officials are from the Valley City Officials Association. The referee is Ryan Schneider, the umpire Andrew Workman, the headlinesman Kevin Walker, the line judge Eric Myrick, and the back judge Boyd Westman. And those are tonight's Bassett Motors starting lineups, but considering that Kevin Wolski is up here with us, we will make absolutely sure to point out that on kickoff tonight, Crew Wolski is starting his first start. It's on the kickoff team. Maybe he'll pummel someone into the ground tonight. Who knows? He would sure like that, no doubt about it. It is the Cardinals and the Turtle Mountain Community Belcourt Braves. Do you have keys to this game, Vinny? How does Carrington get that first region win?
Well, I think it's definitely going to start with their offense. Their offense needs to come out hot and stay consistent. They need to come up with consistent big plays, move the ball on offense, and the defense needs to do their best to hold Turtle Mountain to 0 and see if they can get through the game.
Well, if ever there was a night in North Dakota, according to Max Preps, and look, when you get into diving into Max Preps numbers, it's kind of a crapshoot at times. According to Max Preps, the lowest tier in North Dakota, which I didn't even know Max Preps paid attention to North Dakota, but the lowest tier includes Turtle Mountain. That probably means nothing because Max Preps, honestly, yeah, it just doesn't mean a whole lot. I'm still not sure that we've had a coin toss yet, have we? I don't think we have. We have? We don't know what happened, though. but they did do the coin toss early. So we will take our final pregame break, and when we come back, we'll let you know who's getting the football, and we'll kick off homecoming 2025, and we'll do that when Cardinal football continues in a moment.
The world never stands still, and every day brings new challenges to rise to. But nothing says you have to do it alone. Bremer Bank helped small businesses get more than $1.5 billion in PPP loans. And we're ready to help you and your business keep going and growing. Let's see what we can do together. Find out more at bremer.com.
When it's time to buy a new appliance for your home, remember DJ's Home Center. Did you know they are a locally owned business and that they have been serving this great community since 1993? DJ's Home Center services and delivers within 45 miles of Carrington, bringing you the best prices on all major brand appliances. So don't go anywhere else. Remember that DJ's Home Center is your local, low-priced, best-trained appliance store. Located right by the roundabout. Go Cardinals!
Committed to serving you with compassion. Evans Funeral Home of Carrington and New Rockford. Always available with the care you require, even at the most difficult time. You can count on Evans Funeral Home to provide guidance and answers when it comes to pre-planning, finding the perfect monument or marker to honor your loved one, or for service arrangements. Contact Evans Funeral Home in New Rockford at 947-2911 or in Carrington at 652-3003.
Central City H2O of Carrington has all of your beverage, water bottle, dispenser, and vending needs covered. They serve a 15-county area and deliver to home, office, and work sites a line of water and other products. Visit CentralCityH2O.com or call 701-652-2141. Visit them on Facebook for more information about in-home and office deliveries and the products available. Hydrate your home and office. Central City H2O of Carrington. We supply the water and vending you need where you need it.
When you work with your local Pioneer team, you gain hard-working partners who strive to know your every acre. Doug Retzloff is your local Pioneer Seed sales representative in Carrington. Call Doug at Retzloff Seed and Supply LLC. He will do the best to match the right product on the right acre and supply you with unparalleled choices of Pioneer Seed products treated with Lumigen brand seed treatment to protect your investment. Doug and his team also carry a complete lineup of livestock feed and minerals. Retzloff Seed and Supply LLC in Carrington, near the roundabout.
Napa is your source for quality auto parts for your car or truck in Carrington. Let us use our Napa know-how to help you find the right battery, brakes, filters, headlights, wipers, or other parts you need to get your job done. We also stock tools, equipment, and many other items for cars, heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farm equipment. Order your parts online or drop by today at 490 8th Street North. Call 652-3663. Your Carrington Napa Auto Parts team looks forward to serving you today.
On the field, every second counts. And when injuries happen, you need a hometown advantage. At JRMC Orthopedics, our local team offers fast access to expert care, so you don't have to travel out of town. From sprains and all the way to joint replacements. Every same day, we've got you covered. The best plays start with getting back in the game. Orthopedic care that keeps you moving. It's right here. Visit jrmcnd.com to learn more.
The Cardinal is AM 1600 KDAK, Carrington, and FM 100.1 K261EW, Carrington. Locally owned and operated by I3G Media.
And the colors have been retired here at Cardinal Stadium. I mean, Vinny, just look out at the stands. The bleachers are nothing more than a construction project right now because they're covered by people. I mean, this place is packed, ready for some football.
Oh, yeah, I hope this crowd is hoping for a good game, and Turtle Mountain and Carrington, it's going to be a good matchup, hopefully, and we'll see if Carrington can come out with a big win.
All right, everyone agrees that the coin toss happened. Everyone also agrees that we were too busy talking and didn't see the results, but it appears to me that Turtle Mountain won the toss, and for the first time this year, Carrington will be getting the football first. They have not received the opening kick all season until tonight at homecoming. The kicker is Robbie Parisian Jr. The returners for Carrington, as we know, are McCade Zink. Well, not right now, it's not. McCade's a little further up. It's Jacob Basons and Peyton Harrington and McCade Zink. And we are just about ready to go from Cardinal Stadium. Happy to have you with us on KDAK FM 100.1 AM 1600 The Cardinal. All around the world at newsdakota.com on the KDAK The Cardinal mobile app by asking your smart speaker to play KDAK The Cardinal. And tonight on KDAK The Cardinal on YouTube, BJ Walters, Vinny Rappel, and Wyatt Reed. Ready to bring it to you. The opening kick is through the end zone, and that's all the wind. He had the wind behind him. And Carrington starts at their own 25-yard line. Or check it, their own 20-yard line. I always get that confused. We do not play by NCAA rules. We play by NFHS rules. So from the 20-yard line in the center of the field, Carrington from left to right, the first time all year that they have had the football to begin the game. And they'll come out with the receiver to either side, a wing and a tight end right. The wing is Wolski, shotgun Max Whitman, man in motion Peyton Harrington, and he'll give it to McCade Zink over the right side, over the 30, down the right sideline at the 40. McCade Zink over the 40, inside the 30. McCade Zink, the first play, 80 yards, touchdown.
That the DB coverage, it just was not looking like he was paying attention to the right guy as McCade Zink went right around him. Once he got outside, he was gone.
Fast start, check. 6-0 Cardinals, 13 seconds in. They will line up for the extra point. Peyton Harrington on the year, 3 of 6 on his PAT efforts. Boy, oh boy, McCade is fast in the open field, isn't he? My word. That's some speed. Now, the play clock is stopped because the referee has asked now for it to be reset, and it is, and now Peyton Harrington for the point after. Snap is back to McAloney, and Harrington's kick is on the board. New score, 13 seconds gone. It's Carrington 7 and Turtle Mountain Belcourt nothing. And Cardinal football will continue in just a moment.
The Carrington Area Healthy Communities Coalition is a partnership of individuals and organizations working together to create a healthier community in which to work, live, and play. They support alcohol, drugs, smoking, vaping, and suicide prevention programs and promote activities such as pickleball, yoga, and park improvement. Their mission is to promote and support physical and mental health activities, prevention services, and community learning initiatives that promote a healthy lifestyle for the people of Carrington and surrounding areas. Visit healthycarrington.org.
Nothing has embodied the American spirit like the family farmer. Year after year, they continue to work the land and plant their crops. Through droughts, floods, and uncertain markets, they keep that spirit alive with another crop harvested for the next generation. And for that, we tip our hats to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
In Carrington, see Randy Hui.
Cardinals kick it off down the middle, and it is returned across the 30 to the 33. And a tackle is made by Codiato at the 34-yard line. And so now, just what Turtle Mountain didn't want
And Vinny, 15 seconds gone, they're already chasing it.
Yep. Now it's time to see if Turtle Mountains respond. See if they can make some big plays.
Cruz LaFontaine, the 5'11", 160-pound senior quarterback. Goes under the center. He's got a split backfield with a receiver to the right, a wing to the right, and a tight end to the left. LaFontaine will turn and hand it right side and hit behind the line for a 3-yard loss is David Wilkie. Looked like, what did that look like to you, Vinny? Was that Tate Wolski in there on that?
I think I saw Tate Wolski and Alec Threadgold.
And it was also Hayden Hoggle in there making the play behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 13 from the 31. It's the same formation. We are not going to see a whole lot of mixing it up from the Braves tonight. And they hand it off to the right side, and Jacob Heinrichs is waiting for the running back Wilkie. Heinrichs gets him 2 yards behind the line. It's 3rd and 15.
Really rough start for Turtle Mountain, as it looked like right as the ball was snapped, 3 guys were already through the offensive line. They're going to have to tighten up if they're going to get any big plays on the ground.
They are not small, 250, 240, 250, 230, 240, but Carrington's very quick up front, as we know. It is a 5-man front. Chuck Jorgensen is in on 3rd down and 15. Man in motion across the formation and play action. Throwing to the right side, and it's complete to Decato for about 10 yards, but it's not enough for the first down. Shire Decato makes the catch for officially 9 yards. It's 4th down.
He's lucky. It looked like he fumbled, but when they left his hands, it rolled right out of bounds.
It sure did. 4th down, and the punter is Robbie Parisian. So if you're Carrington, be aware, this is their best athlete. Whitman and Bason's back to get it. 2 minutes gone by. Bank forward scoreboard. And coming through and maybe getting a piece was McCade Zink. I don't know if he got a piece or not. It takes a great brave bounce to the Carrington 43, and that turns it into an 18-yard punt. 15 yards was on the bounce.
Definitely not a great start for Turtle Mountain. They're going to have to show that they're not going to be able to fold in this game.
Carrington has it at their own 43, leading on McCade Zink's 80-yard first play touchdown run. They have it at their own 42, so a 19-yard punt and no return. We have 9 minutes, 40 seconds to play. First quarter, split shotgun backfield. Tight end wing back right, single receiver left McAloney. Shotgun for Whitman. He has the snap, and he wants to hand it to McCade Zink again. And he's got room again over the 50. Zink inside the 40. Zink shakes and bakes to the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. 29 more yards, and Vinny McCade Zink's over 100 yards tonight.
Yep, definitely not the start that Turtle Mountain wants. He had 4 open holes that I saw on the field, and he just took the easiest one for him, and obviously it worked out.
From the Turtle Mountain 28-yard line, this is a confidence-building start for Carrington.
Absolutely.
And this is just a hammer getting dropped on Turtle Mountain. 2 receivers left, wing right, split shotgun backfield. From the right hash at the 28, it's Max Whitman on a high snap, giving to Wolski inside the 25 and all the way down to the 21. He's got 7 yards. You got to love this if you're a Carrington offensive lineman, right? Just go up and shove somebody out of the way.
Definitely. Turtle Mountain's defensive line didn't look very strong there either. They got all sorts of holes all over there. 2nd
down and 3 on the Turtle Mountain 21 right hash. 2 receivers left, tight end wing back right. The wing is Tate Wolski. Shotgun with Zink on the left hip of Max Whitman, who calls for the snap from Chuck Jorgensen. He's got it, and he gives to Zink, who cuts back at the 20, and he's got a first down to the 16, 5 yards for McCade Zink.
Great read by Zink as he saw that the hole right in front of him closed, so he cut and had a wide open lane.
Nice cut back to the left, and the Turtle Mountain defense is over pursuing a lot. They're just going. And if they don't get there, so be it. This time, 2 receivers to the short side right from the right hash. Tight end wing back left. Shotgun Whitman.
from the Turtle Mountain 16. Man in motion, Harrington. And it's a crisscross handoff, and Wolski's got acres of green inside the 10 to the 5. Tate Wolski to the 1. First and goal, Carrington. This should be another running play, you would think, the way they're running it. They might line up in that, what they call mud offense. We'll see. That's when they have 3 backs behind Whitman, and that is what they have. They've gone to the mud offense with Zink, Harrington, and Wolski in the backfield. Under the center, Max Whitman. He has the snap. He's just going to turn and hand it off right side. But first, we've got whistles and flags. And first and goal from the 1 might become first and goal from the 6. Here's our official. No, it's offside. Well, this is one of those rare times, Vinny, where you have a 0-yard penalty.
Yeah, Turtle Mountain is not off to a great start, as that's not a very smart call to get at this point of where they're at on the field.
Just over 7 minutes to play. First quarter bank forward scoreboard. Carrington up 7-0. Whitman under the center. Mud offense. Takes a snap, gives it. Harrington walks in. Touchdown, Cardinals. Peyton Harrington from a yard away, and it's 13-rip Carrington.
Perfectly executed by that offensive line as they made a wide open hole, and he was able to take it.
For Peyton Harrington, it is actually his first rushing touchdown of the season. And now he'll try the extra point with 7:07 to play in the first quarter. And Harrington's kick is up and on the board. New score, 7:07, first quarter. Carrington 14 and Turtle Mountain Belcourt nothing. And Cardinal football is going to continue right after this.
Rest assured that you'll be treated with the care and respect you deserve at Central Pharmacy. Conveniently located in the heart of Carrington and New Rockford, Central Pharmacy delivers the kind of attention and commitment to improving your health care that the big box stores just can't. Central Pharmacy does it all, from medical supplies to prescriptions, health and wellness concerns. Plus, we have a great selection in our gift, boutique, and decor departments. Visit us on Facebook for up-to-date info. Central Pharmacy, your one-stop in Carrington and New Rockford.
Well, this time Carrington actually had to have a drive. 5 plays, 57 yards, and the first 6 plays tonight for Carrington have gone for 137 yards and 2 touchdowns. They've all been runs. And they lead it 14-0 at Homecoming 2025. Welcome back to all the graduates, although from what I gather, if you graduate here, you don't really leave. There's the kick by Harrington. Angled to the left, fielded at the 13 across the 20, and cut down by Wolski at the 25 is Daryl Decato. And so that is where Turtle Mountain will get it. And Vinny, you hate to say this 5 minutes into the game, but the Braves need something to happen here.
Yeah, I don't think Carrington's had a negative play. But Turtle Mountain's going to have to do something. Right now, they're not doing much of anything.
Their first possession had 2 run plays that Carrington knew maybe better than the offensive line, it looked like, the way they jumped in the backfield. And Vinny did a great job of pointing that out. 14-0. Shotgun with the receiver to either side. LaFontaine hands it to Wilkie. Oh, my gosh. He is just pummeled by Cody Otto. Oh, my goodness gracious. He lost yards back to the 23. He lost 6.
That's not even the running back's fault. The offensive line's just letting him right through.
Yeah. That's what's amazing is the running back is taking the ball, and there's already someone in his face.
If I was Turtle Mountain's head coach, I'd call like an outside sweep, because their offensive line is not helping them right now.
No, not at all. It is 2nd down and 16 from their own 23 on the right hash with 2 receivers left and a split backfield under the center, LaFontaine. He will run, play action. He wants to throw. He's hit. He's sacked by Alec Threadgold. Alec Threadgold got to him in no time for another 2-yard loss. And it is third down, and from here to Vinny's house in New Rockford. If your grandma's listening, I hope she liked the shout-out.
Oh, I bet she is.
Third down and long. 3rd and 17 from their own 21. We crossed the 5:40 mark of the first quarter on the bank forward scoreboard. 14-0 Cardinals. Shotgun split backfield, 2 receivers right. The play clock running out on him. A high snap. LaFontaine to throw. He steps up. He throws on the move. It is knocked away beautifully by Max Whitman. And it's 4th down. Boy, did he time that well.
Great read by Whitman.
And it's a 3 and out. And again, it'll be a punt for Robbie Parisian Jr. and back deep to get it, Basons and Whitman. They stand at their own 35-yard line. Now, the first time the snap took a long time to get back to Parisian. That's not good if you're Turtle Mountain. With 5:23 to play in the first. There's the snap. Again, it takes forever to get there, and Cody Otto almost got his second block in as many weeks. That's going to roll into Carrington territory and die at the 40-yard line. It's a pretty good punt, all told. It goes for 39 yards.
Definitely, the wind had probably a little bit of a play in that.
That stuff that Cody got last week for the safety, I mean, if you go back and watch it, he got every bit of that football. I mean, he absolutely crunched that football. So now Carrington, who has run 6 plays and are averaging 23 yards every time they snap the football, will come out from their own 40 on the left hash. With a receiver to either side and a tight end wing back right. Shotgun with Zink on the right hip of Max Whitman. King Max sends Harrington in motion and gives it to him. Peyton with room over the 40, 45. Peyton Harrington up to the 46 for 6 yards, and there's an injured Turtle Mountain Brave behind the play. And it is big Caleb Gorno. He's up and already heading off to the sideline, so we won't take any break, but another 7 yards for Peyton Harrington. And right now, Vinny, the way this offensive line is blocking, you could tell Turtle Mountain this is where the ball is going. And I don't know what they'd be able to do about it.
Yep, Turtle Mountain's going to have a long night if they can't figure out a way to stop this offense.
If you think Carrington's just going to throw it, when they beat Langdon and Langdon a year ago, they never threw the ball after halftime. So they will not throw it just to throw it. Split shotgun backfield with a receiver right and a tight end wing back left. Whitman calls for the snap. He has it, and it's through his hands. It comes to Harrington, who was hit behind the line at the 37 for a 10-yard loss. That is on the snap. That is absolutely on the snap, and it's 3rd down and long for the Cards. Not Peyton Harrington or Max Whitman's fault. That came in a little low, or a little high rather, from the center. And so now it's 3rd down and 14. We'll see what Carrington does. They were very good throwing late downs last week, especially 4th down against Park River. It's 3rd down and 14 from their own 36. And Kyle Smith needs a Dakota Central timeout. McCade Zink did not know what the play was. Learn more about premium Wi-Fi and experience Command IQ today at dakotacentral.com. 3:52 to go. First quarter, Carrington 14, Turtle Mountain nothing, and Cardinal football will continue in just a moment.
Guard Dental in Carrington has your smile on the mind. Guard Dental specializes in orthodontics, cosmetic dentistry, teeth whitening, dental crowns and bridges, dental veneers, dental implants, general and family dentistry, root canals, clear aligner orthodontics, sedation dentistry, dentures, lasers, TMJ therapy, and wisdom teeth removal. Call Guard Dental today for family dentistry and beyond. Guard Dental in Carrington, 701-652-2300.
Cardinal football all season long is brought to you in part by Bickett Insurance. For your free estimate on auto, farm, home, business, or life insurance, call Bickett Insurance 652-1775, located near the roundabout in Carrington. So, the Cards face 3rd down for the first time tonight. 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. From the center of the field on 3rd and 14. They're setting up a screen, and it's McCade Zink with room over the 40. Makes a man miss at the 45. Breaks out 50. There goes Zink inside the 20. Zink spins to the 10. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Cards. A 63-yard touchdown pass.
It looked to me like a lot of bad pursuit angles by that defense.
I think you might be right on that, Vinny. I think you might be right. On 3rd and 14, Zink did a very good stiff arm at his own 40, and then he was gone. It's 20-0, and here's Peyton Harrington for the try. He's 2 for 2 tonight. He's been busy in this first quarter, and that makes the guys to our left quite happy that he's been this busy on PATs. Out of the hold of McAloney and the snap of Wolski. The operation is not great, but the kick is good. Peyton Harrington adds the PAT, and with 3:33 to go in the first quarter, our new score on the Bank Forward scoreboard, Carrington 21 and Turtle Mountain nothing. Cardinal football continues in a moment.
Your first car. It may have been a fixer-upper, but you treated it right. It was your own. That's how Showplace Cabinetry approaches each crafted piece. We deliver it to you with care, because it's our own. Central City Lumber can help you choose the design of your dreams. Give them a test drive. This American-made cabinetry is adaptable to your unique style and built with pride. Every single piece is back for a lifetime. Bet you wish you had that deal on your car. Stop in at Central City Lumber of Carrington, and let's build a beautiful kitchen or bath that really turns heads.
I tell you.
Back in Carrington.
44-0 of that New Rockford game in the first quarter. 44-0 first quarter of that New Rockford
Carrington, again, with a really good drive. They go 4 plays to get their 3rd touchdown of the night. It is 21-0. Peyton Harrington's kick is skied down the middle of the field. It is caught at the 21, angled to the left, across the 30 and outside to the 35, across the 35 all the way to the 38. And indeed, Crew Wolski was in on the tackle. And so Turtle Mountain will have it at their 37-yard line. Okay, let's look at a positive for Turtle Mountain. They come in having turned the ball over a lot this year. They've not turned it over yet. And they're not having as bad a night as Midway Minto is right now.
Oh, yeah. I love the New Rockford team.
New Rockford, Cheyenne, Maddock lead Midway Minto in the first quarter. You want to do it?
I'll say it. 44-0.
Yeah. Twins left, split backfield, under the center LaFontaine. And he'll hand it left side. Oh, he kept it. A bootleg over the 40. Over the 45 to the 49, and he's got a first down. That was a great fake by Cruz LaFontaine.
That even faked me.
Faked me out, that's for sure. First down, Turtle Mountain. So LaFontaine moves the chains, and Turtle Mountain had their initial first down of the night. They trail 21-0 with 3 minutes to play in the opening quarter on the Bank Forward scoreboard. Happy to have you with us. Our eyes in the sky are Wyatt Reed. Our good eyes are Vinny Rappel, and our really bad ears are yours truly. 1st and 10 on their own 49, right hash. And play action. LaFontaine to throw. He steps up, he throws deep, left side, incomplete. Good coverage by Whitman on the wide receiver, DeCotto. Other scores to tell you about, since we told you how it's going with New Rockford. Oaks already up 14-0 on Sargent County. Botno leads Tioga 13-0. Velva 14-0 over Ray Powers Lake. And Lemoore 22-0 over Griggs Midcoda. 2nd down and 10. Turtle Mountain on their own 49 from the right hash. 2 receivers left, split backfield. LaFontaine hands it going right. And Wolski stands up Wilkie after about 3 yards. And it will be 3rd down and 7 on the Carrington 48. This is the first snap that Turtle Mountain will take on the correct side offensively of the 50-yard line. And if you're Carrington, you're looking for a 3rd down stop and more points. This does not feel like a game because of how frustrated Carrington are that they've played well but not won. This does not feel like a game where you're going to take the foot all the way off the gas real early. but we'll see. A receiver to the right, 2 receivers to the right. Split backfield, LaFontaine on 3rd down. We'll run play action. LaFontaine chucks it deep. Down the right side. It's incomplete. Good coverage by Peyton Harrington, and it's 4th down. All right, Benny, so you're across the 50 for the first time. Would you go for this?
If I was Turtle Mountain, the way that their offense has been going, I would say no. They definitely need to punt.
All right. Coach Rappel letting you know how it ought to be. 4th down and 8, or 4th down and 7. It does look like they're going for it, though. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. LaFontaine brings the play in with 15 on the timer. And 1:47 left in the opening quarter. Carrington 21-0 on the bank forward scoreboard. 6 to get the play off. 4th and 7. Here's the play. Timeout. A Dactyl timeout is called by Turtle Mountain. We'll take it as well. 1:47 to play. First quarter. And Carrington leading 21-0. Cardinal football continues in a moment.
Life is about moments, big or small, joyful or challenging. At Carrington Health Center, we believe everyone in our community deserves compassionate care close to home, so you can focus on enjoying those moments surrounded by the people you love. At our facility, we put the care in
physical therapy,
radiology,
the
acute care, clinic.
It is a 4th and 7 decision for first-year head coach Jeff Desjardins Jr. and the Turtle Mountain Community Braves. They have the ball on the Carrington 48-yard line, facing this 4th down and 7, and it looks like, Benny, they're still going for it. They'll come out with a split backfield with LaFontaine under center. He's got a couple of receivers to the right, nothing to the left. They're on the right hash, so the receivers are on the short side of the field. Nothing on the wide side. Man in motion to the wide side. And LaFontaine wants to throw. He rolls the pocket right. He steps up. Now he's hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. And Carrington get the 4th down stop. And the Cards have it at their own 48.
Not a bad play call by Turtle Mountain, but quarterback did not make a good enough throw to make anything happen.
And he went for a big receiver. He went for Robbie Parisian. And Cody Otto is holding that shoulder that's really been injured all season. It was pretty much injured all of last season, too. Billy Jorgensen checks in for him. Cody holding that shoulder. This has happened during practices as well, where he gets bumped, needs a play, and then he's good. We'll hope that he's good here pretty soon. 2 receivers short side left, wing to the right. Man in motion, Peyton Harrington. Crisscross handoff. It's Tate Wolski with some room over the 50, inside the 40. There goes Wolski, inside the 20, to the 10. Tate, touchdown. Actually, they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 10. So a 48-yard run for Tate Wolski. I'm sorry, a 42-yard run for Tate Wolski. And it's 1st and goal at the 10. That crisscross handoff is hard for anyone to defend, but when you over-pursue the way that Turtle Mountain has in this first quarter, there's no way you can defend that.
Yep, another lot of bad pursuit angles by the defense on that play.
A tight end right, 2 receivers short side left, split shotgun backfield for Whitman. Max has the snap, he gives, it's Jacob Basons, and JB is inside the 10 to the 6. So 4 yards for Jacob. We've already seen Max Whitman throw his 4th touchdown of the year. We've seen McCade Zink run in his 2nd and catch his 2nd. And we've seen Peyton Harrington score his 1st rushing touchdown of the season. It's 2nd and goal at the 6. Jacob Basons has never scored a varsity touchdown. Perhaps he gets a chance here. It is the mud backfield with Basons in instead of Wolski. On 2nd and goal at the 6. Whitman has the snap. He will hand it off right side. Peyton Harrington lowers his pad level and gets to the 3 for 3 yards. And it will be a 3rd and goal from the 3. Under 35 seconds of the first quarter, but they do have to run another play. And as predicted, here comes Cody Otto. Here comes Tate Wolski. Cody has that injury, and he has had it since last year, and he's a very tough kid. That comes from his dad, Jason, and his big brother, Jake, as well. They're all really tough. Under the center, a handoff straight through the middle, and McCade Zink's in. Touchdown, Carrington. McCade Zink from 3 yards, and the Cardinals lead with 11 seconds now to play in the first quarter, 27-0. And the busy Peyton Harrington has another go. The last one, he saved a pretty poor snap by putting it through the uprights. We'll see what happens here. The snap is much better. The hold is good, and the kick is low and no good. And so, with 11 seconds to go in the first quarter, our new score on the Bank Forward scoreboard is Carrington 27 and Turtle Mountain nothing. Cardinal football continues in a moment.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula. 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Carrington continues to just pound it out on the ground. They've thrown one pass, and it went for a touchdown, Benny.
Yep, definitely a great start for Carrington. This is exactly what they were wanting, and as the fans in the stands, this is not exactly what they were hoping. I'm pretty sure they were hoping for an interesting game here. But
no, I think Carrington fans wanted this.
True, but
100%. I think Carrington fans did not care. They wanted a big win. Here's a pop-up kick. That's going to hit the ground and be fielded by Parisian at his own 25, and he's running backwards. And Crew Wolski was in there to help out Jacob Basons on the tackle, back at the 23. With 5 seconds remaining in the first. So here comes Cruz LaFontaine. I wish you could be with us in the booth when Crew makes the tackle, because he has got one proud papa up here. And our buddy Kevin Wolski, he is just so proud of his boy, as well he should be. And, of course, the other coach that's up here, Todd Bickett, is saying, yeah, I've been through that movie a few times, being pumped about a first tackle, a first touchdown. On first down, a handoff, and getting back to the line of scrimmage is Brody Desjardins as the first quarter comes to a close. Well, if Carrington wanted a little confidence boost, they've got it. At the end of one quarter, on the Bank Forward scoreboard, Carrington 27, Turtle Mountain nothing, and Cardinal football continues in a moment.
Carrington Drug, your independently owned Good Neighbor Pharmacy, salutes caregivers everywhere. The ones who aid an aging parent or nurturing a sick child. The fact is, we are all caregivers at different times, and your community pharmacist is ready to go above and beyond to support you with encouragement and guidance, good times and bad. Visit with Matt Paulson and his expert staff at Carrington Drug, 415 Main Street in Carrington, caring for you and our community.
The fun is always on tap. I'm heading to Headlocks. Headlocks. Headlocks.
Head on over to Headlocks of Carrington for some great deals after the Cardinals game. If you and your friends come in sporting any Cardinals gear, you'll not only receive the friendliest service around, but also special discounts. Ask for more details and visit us on Facebook for all of our happenings.
The fun is always on tap. I'm heading to Headlocks. Headlocks. Headlocks.
Headlocks, Carrington, North Dakota.
So, defensive coordinator Matt Hone during that break just pointed at the scoreboard, said, that doesn't matter. I want more intensity. And he stomped his right leg into the ground when he said it. I was watching from up here. It's second down and 10. Total yards in the first quarter, 248 to nothing. On second and 10, LaFontaine, play action. Wants to throw. He throws a dump off. It's complete across the 30. First down to the 34 to Wilkie, 11 yards. And Wilkie with his first catch. Second first down for Turtle Mountain. on an 11-yard pickup. They've run the ball for -9 yards. Carrington has run the ball for 185 yards. And they've thrown one pass for 63 yards and a touchdown. On 1st and 10 at the 34, under the center is LaFontaine. And he will hand it off. Going left, well, not going far left, was Desjardins. He's back to the line of scrimmage. And they will give him a lot of forward progress, up to the 36-yard line for 2 yards. I don't know where he picked up 2 yards from, but okay.
Looked like a lot of people were stripping at the ball rather than try to take him down.
Turtle Mountain still doesn't have a turnover tonight. I mean, you're looking for something, right?
Don't speak too soon.
Second down and 8 at the 36 left hash. 2 receivers wide side right. Nobody to the left. Split backfield and LaFontaine to throw. He steps up. He's hit. He throws as he's hit. He's got his man inside the Carrington 45 to the 41-yard line. 23 yards to Shire Decato.
That was a good route and a good throw by the quarterback.
And it's a first down, Turtle Mountain.
Looks like that receiver just beat the DB by just 1 step, and that's as much as it takes just to get a big play.
So this is as far into Carrington territory as the Braves have been in the first 13 and a half minutes of this game. The bank forward scoreboard reading Carrington 27, Turtle Mountain nothing. 2 to the short side right. LaFontaine takes the snap, gives it to the right, inside the 35 to the 34. Goes Wilkie, and he gets 7 more.
On the bright side for Turtle Mountain, they're starting to get some positive yards on these plays.
Again, this is a team that has scored 1 touchdown in region play. It came last week against Grafton when the game was 44-0.
Definitely a big difference from the first possession of the game to this one for Turtle Mountain's offense.
They're starting to understand what Carrington's doing a little bit with that 5-man front. Same formation, 2 to the short side right. LaFontaine hands it off. Near side, first down to the 30-yard lane. 4 more yards for Wilkie, and he moves the chains.
Turtle Mountain definitely needed that first down to get some momentum.
Well, they certainly have momentum, no doubt about that right now. This is their best drive of the night by a mile. 47 yards on the drive so far. They're at the Carrington 29-yard line with 1st and 10 on the right hash with 2 receivers short side right. And LaFontaine hands it going left. Inside the 30 to the 25 goes Cariston Charette. Cariston Charette gets a carry. And it's good for about 4 yards. It's 2nd down and 6. The Carrington 25 on the right hash. Charette, and then the deep back is Wilkie in the eye, and they give it to Wilkie. Going left, and he's met by Tate Wolski right at the line of scrimmage. Tate says that's all you're going to get, which was not a whole lot. A yard. Wow, they give him the 23-yard line. 2 yards for Wilkie. Where did they come up with 2 yards on that play from? Not sure. It's 3rd down and 3, and this is obviously 4-down territory. You're not kicking a field goal. You're not punting the ball. You're going for it if you don't get it on this play. Cruz LaFontaine has the play from the sideline. He brings it to his huddle. They've got to hurry. Only 10 to get the play off, and now 6 to get the play off with 2 receivers wide side right from the center of the field. 3rd down. Play action. A pass to the right side is incomplete. He got it there, but Decato didn't catch it.
Looked like that ball was just outside the receiver's hands. It's a tough throw to make, and as a receiver, you got to do as much as you can to make that catch.
Well, it is 4th down. They will go for this, of course. Down 27-0 with 8:12 to go in the first half on the bank forward scoreboard. Coming up at halftime, we are going to hear from Big Drew Matt. He's out for the season with his labrum tear, but we're going to hear from Big Drew And we'll have stats and scores as well. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Shotgun split backfield. LaFontaine to throw. He steps up. He's hit as he throws, and it's deflected and picked off. McCade Zeke over the 20. McCade Zeke at the 30. McCade Zeke at the 40. Down the right sideline, 50. McCade Zeke. That is not McCade Zeke. That's Max Whitman. Down the right sideline. Max Whitman's got a 90-yard pick 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Couldn't tell the 9 from the 7, but it was definitely Max Whitman, and Carrington lead 33-0, and there's the turnover bug.
Max Whitman was just in the perfect spot for when that deflected ball goes in the air. He was able to fell right in his chest.
It is 33-0, and Carrington are going to go for 2. With a Wildcat package, they call this the Wild Tate. Tate Wolski will take the snap. And he's got it, and he's going to run right, and Tate Wolski has stood up. I don't think he got there. He didn't. And so with 7:52 to go, the King has spoken in the second quarter. Homecoming King Max Whitman with a 90-yard pick 6. And our new score on the Bank Forward scoreboard, Carrington 33. And Turtle Mountain nothing. Cardinal football continues in a moment.
There's no community like a Cenex community. That's why every Cenex store is proud to serve theirs by supporting local athletic teams, promoting the arts, and making sure each store is a place its neighbors can find what they need, catch up with their friends, and stay connected. It's also why we give back, helping to make the wonderful places we call home the best they can be. The store next door, powered locally at Cenex.
Visit your local Arrowwood Prairie Co-op in Carrington, Wimbledon, Cooperstown, and Sutton.
Max Whitman with his first career defensive touchdown, and the second straight week Carrington has scored on defense.
Yeah, it's really harsh for Turtle Mountain as they were just starting to put up positive plays, and it all ends with an interception.
So, another kick coming for Peyton Harrington. I tell you what, for Coach Wolski, Crew got called up to the kickoff team in just the right week. Just the right week. Harrington to boot it. Now, he now has the wind at his back. We'll see if that makes any difference on these kickoffs with 7:52 to go until the half. Harrington. Oh, it does make a difference. A line drive kick fielded at the 18. Going left across the 25 to the 30, up over the 35 to the 37-yard line goes Shire Decato. Or, I'm sorry, no, that's Daryl Decato. So, you're right to say that, Vinny. That was a good drive by Turtle Mountain. It just ended in disaster.
Yep, they had about, I think, 4 or 5 plays in a row where they had at least 4 positive yards.
That's right. 33-0 Carrington. You already know this, but if it is this or any worse at halftime, we will have a very quick second half because the clock will be running. Vinny knows all about that. His Rockets, that's all they do. On first down, a handoff, and there's not a lot there. Nice play in the backfield. It looked like that may have been Gabe Clifton. It was on Wilkie for about a yard. So Max Whitman, named Homecoming King on Monday, takes a pick 90 yards. It's good to be Max Whitman right now. He's also thrown a touchdown pass to McCade Zink. Now if he takes a punt back, I wonder how many Carrington players have ever scored an offensive, defensive, and special teams touchdown in one game. I bet the answer is probably a short list. Here's 2nd and 9. And LaFontaine to throw. He steps up. He's hit. He is sacked. He is sacked by Alec Threadgold. And for Alec on the year, he continues to rack up the numbers. He's got 6 sacks on the year.
Threadgold's definitely a strong player, and you can tell that he got right around his tight end, and as soon as he got around the tight end, the quarterback froze and took the sack.
Billy Jorgensen comes rushing off the field on 3rd down and 15. From their own 32-yard line, center of the field, almost midway mark, second quarter, Bank Forward scoreboard reads Carrington 33, Turtle Mountain, nothing. And LaFontaine to throw. He's blasted. Oh, my. Cody Otto got him way back at the 23. Another sack. And for Cody on the season, that's his 4th.
That offensive line has got to do better on every play. There's holes every single play. They got to figure out something.
Have mercy. Cruz LaFontaine has got to be thinking, guys, I just want to throw. Give me some time. No time coming, according to Cody Otto and Alec Threadgold. So now back to punt is Parisian. And the kick is away. It's high. It's a fair catch for Basons, and it's fielded at the Turtle Mountain 40. So it's a 16-yard punt. And again, Carrington have great field position at the Turtle Mountain 40. So now I'll ask the question. There's confidence and then there's silliness. How long are your ones in the rest of this game? Understanding that there is no such thing right now as a 2 on the offensive or defensive line. But I mean, you know, skill position-wise, how long until you see guys like you and Averly and players like that?
Just after halftime.
I would think just after halftime, yeah. 2 receivers to the left and a handoff to Jacob Basons inside the 40. JB to the 35 for 6 yards. 2nd and 4. Carrington have 254 offensive yards and 90 pick 6 yards. That's a lot of yards, Vinny.
Definitely a stat pad week for Carrington.
It is. And it's starting to look like the box score that Easton Simon puts up every week up north of here in New Rockford. Nonetheless, 2nd and 4 on the 35. From the right hash with 2 receivers left, 1 right. Shotgun for King Max. He has the snap and he wants to throw. He throws a screen to McAloney. It's caught, and Mack, can he get out of the tackle? No. A 3-yard loss. A good tackle by Benjamin Dubois. Real nice play by Benjamin.
As a DB, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. If you can't bring him down on the initial hit, wrap up and hold the ankles as tight as you can until someone else finishes the job.
3rd down and 7, Carrington on the Turtle Mountain 38 left hash. We are going to see a lot of bodies in the second half, getting a lot of debuts, I reckon. 2 receivers right, tight end, wing back left on 3rd down and 7. Man in motion across the formation is Basons. Whitman to throw. He gets outside. Now he throws on the move, and he's got McAloney, and it's off his hands and incomplete. So it's 4th down.
Great throw by Whitman. Maddox just, sometimes it goes right through the hands. Got to make the next one.
Now, will Carrington possibly go for this? They are at the 38-yard line. I think they do go for this.
I don't see any reason not to go for it.
Especially if you want to go back to the ground. Turtle Mountain is giving up 14 yards per carry tonight. So if that's what you want to do, you maybe go back to Max or to McCade Zink. They come out in a tight formation. Shotgun Whitman, 3 to get the playoff. He has the snap, and Max is going to roll right. It's a throwback screen. It's wide open. McAloney at the 35. Oh, he went down at the 33. That's 2 yards short. He slipped. And so going over on downs to Turtle Mountain is the football.
Tough play for Maddox. He was definitely looking to cut back and get a few more yards to get that first down, but slippery field, I guess.
If he cuts back, he might have been gone. So, Turtle Mountain has it at their own 33 right hash, down by 33. It's 33-0 in the second quarter on the Bank Forward scoreboard. Cruz LaFontaine brings his offense back out there. They have had 1 good drive. Aside from that, not a whole lot. They've got 39 yards of offense. split backfield with a receiver to either side. They snuck someone on the field late to the left, and they're going to throw it wide open as Wilkie, and wow, I don't know how you missed that throw. I don't know how you missed that throw. Wilkie is wide open, and now a flag comes in. I think he was illegally on the field. I think they had a substitution issue here. So let's just see what the call is. Yeah, he came off the sideline right before the snap. I don't think you're allowed to do that. No, they are going to say it's just an incomplete pass. Our officials from Valley City. And it's 2nd down and 10. Vinny, you can't miss that throw.
If that was a legal play, it definitely would have worked. That quarterback's got to make that play.
I mean, there is nobody on his side of the field. Oh, man. So now 2nd and 10, 2 receivers short side right, nothing to the left. From the right hash, false start, the ball comes out. LaFontaine is sacked. Well, there's a lot going on a sack there, and I think Carrington will probably end up just, well, it depends. Will they be able to take the play? Because if it's pre-snap, you can't take the play. We'll see. Here's the call, and it is a false start. So it will not be a sack for Threadgold. It will be a penalty. And it will be 2nd and 15. Oaks leads 14-0 over Sargent County, and Hillsboro up 14-0 on Valley City. By the way, the Highliners have not scored a point this year against a team that played 11-man football last year. All their points are against Mayport and Sargent County. They have not scored a point against a team that had 11 players on the field last year. And now Turtle Mountain, with the play clock running out, needs a Dactyl timeout. 3:08 to go, first half. Carrington 33-0, and Cardinal football continues in just a moment.
When you're thinking about insurance, think of Bickett Insurance. Bickett Insurance, through our partnership with Auto Owners Insurance, can take care of your farm, home, auto, business, or life insurance needs. The agents at Bickett Insurance have over 115 years of insurance experience. We know how to design policies to protect the things important to you. Give Bickett Insurance a call today.
Better get Bickett. Bickett Insurance Agency. Better get Bickett. Bickett Insurance Agency.
Couple of region scores. Park River 39, Grafton 8. Yeah. And Harvey Wells County leads 14-6 over Rugby just before halftime. Here it's 33-0. Also, New Rockford Cheyenne Maddock up 58-12 a minute into the second quarter. What does that mean? That means they're scoring 5 points per minute. Good grief. 29-6, Ellendale Edgeley-Colm. Northern Cass 20, Mayport nothing. For some reason, we're not getting anything on Thompson and Langdon right now. And Killdeer only up on Benson County, Bowman County, 19-18 in the second. Here we go, 2nd and 15. Shotgun LaFontaine, 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. The back is Desjardins. Shotgun, LaFontaine wants to throw off play action. He steps up, he throws, and it's caught. Over the 40, over the 45. He's got a first down at the 44-yard line, 15 yards to his receiver, Robbie Parisian. That's his favorite receiver, and it's a first down.
Got to give Turtle Mountain credit for that good first down play.
It sure was. 1st and 10 on their own 44, right hash, 5 receivers. And looking to throw to the left, complete, and Gabe Clifton quickly in to make the play on Parisian after a 5-yard completion by LaFontaine, who is 5 for 12 for 63 yards and a pick 6. 33-0 Cards. On the left hash, from their own 49, 2:30 and counting. First half, 33 zip. Bank forward scoreboard. And on 2nd down and 5, LaFontaine, shotgun. Four receivers split evenly both sides. And LaFontaine to throw. He steps up, he takes a deep shot, and there's nobody out there. Incomplete. Third down.
That quarterback got too excited, and when he threw the ball, he did not really try to lead the receiver. It was definitely overthrown by a good 5 or 6 yards.
So it will be 3rd down and 5. Tonight, Turtle Mountain, 0 for 5 on 3rd down. To Benny's point, that's because their best drive, they were getting everything on 1st and 2nd down. They did not need 3rd down on that drive. So 3rd down and 5, just on the Turtle Mountain side of the 50. Come out with slot receiver to either side. Parisian is in a slot left, and LaFontaine to throw. He retreats, he steps up, he throws deep left side. That ball is incomplete, and it's 4th down.
Coverage was pretty good. That was nearly intercepted.
Looked like Maddox McAloney was back there. And so the Cardinals will maybe get the football, but no, it looks like LaFontaine's getting a play. They will go for 4th and 5 on their own 49. And Carrington have 2 timeouts. If they don't get this, 2 minutes and 2 timeouts, we've seen on this field that's plenty of time for Max Whitman.
Right. If I was Turtle Mountain's coach, I would also be going for it on 4th down if they have any chance of winning this game.
They have a lot of confusion for a team trying to go for 4th down. Trips right, yeah, timeout. They need a Dakota Central timeout. It's 4th and 5 when we come back. 33-0 Cardinals. And Carrington football continues in a moment.
Here at Sendak Cooperative, we're here to provide you with all the products and services you've come to rely on for your farm operation. Please give us a call for all your fertilizer, seed, energy, and fuel needs for this year's growing season, and let us help you with all your grain marketing decisions. You can contact us today at any of our locations in Central North Dakota or visit us on the web at sendakcooperative.com. Sendak Cooperative, helping farm owners grow and succeed today and into the future.
Cardinals up by 33. A look at scores is coming up at halftime, but it's now 60-12 New Rockford Cheyenne-Matic. Still shows a minute into the 2nd quarter. That can't be accurate, I don't think. And 34-0 Lemoore Litchville Marion. So here we go, 4th down. And 5 on their own 49-yard line for Turtle Mountain. LaFontaine with trips right, twins left. He wants to throw. LaFontaine being pressured. He has no chance of getting it to a receiver. And it's a turnover on downs back to Carrington.
Again, that's got to be tough as a quarterback when you have your offensive line giving up holes every half second that the ball's snapped.
And so we get to see Max Whitman in a 2-minute drill here, which it may not matter tonight, but it could matter next week when the #1 team in the state comes in here. That's Langdon. They have the ball at the Turtle Mountain 49 with 2 receivers right, 1 left, and a tight end left. Shotgun Whitman has the snap, wants to throw. Max takes a shot across the middle. Good throw to Gabe Clifton for 7 yards. That was good coverage, and Max made a really nice throw. I mean, a really nice throw for Clifton, his 5th reception of the year, and an injured Brave. 1:36 to go before halftime. We'll take a break. Well, nope, he's up. We don't got to take a break.
Looked like it was just a cramp.
It is a cramp for Kristen Charette. So 2nd down and 3. Boy, that was a good throw by Max. Against a zone. Good stuff from the senior. This time he'll come out with an empty set. 2 receivers to either side. And a tight end right. And Whitman on 2nd and 3. Did you happen to see who the open receiver was?
I think it was McAloney, yep.
Yeah. McAloney on the backside. He's running a post on the backside of that rollout. And now Kyle Smith wants a Dakota Central timeout with 70 seconds remaining in the first half. It's 3rd and 4 at the Turtle Mountain 43 when we come back. 33-0 Carrington, and Cardinal football continues in just a moment.
Bassett Motors, where our customers send their friends.
Hi, this is James at Bassett Motors. Let's test drive a new Chevrolet together. Stack up the savings with discounts and rebates combined with 0% financing for the lowest payments of the year. See us online at BassettMotors.com or call us 701-652-2955. Or better yet, stop in and see our wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles.
Where our customers send their friends.
It is 3rd down and 4. BJ Walters, Vinny Rappel with you. And before we go any further, let us pause 10 seconds for station identification. Live from Cardinal Stadium, this is Carrington football.
The Cardinal is AM 1600 KDAK, Carrington, and FM 100.1 K261EW, Carrington. Locally owned and operated by I3G Media.
So what does Kyle Smith draw up on 3rd down and 4? Shotgun for Whitman, man in motion, Harrington into the backfield. Not a good snap. Whitman will keep it going left. He's got a 1st down and more, 40, inside the 30 to the 20. Max Whitman at the 10. Touchdown, King Max. 43 yards on the touchdown for Whitman. And it's 39-0. And I have to say, Vinny, on that one, all the Kings men did their job.
Yep, it was definitely a high snap, though, by the center, and Max knew that it was a high snap, and he knew that he was going to be able to take it down the field.
I've been wanting to use that all week. Harrington for the point. The snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is up, and that kick is good. New score with 57 seconds to go in our first half. It is Carrington 40 and Turtle Mountain nothing. Cardinal football will continue right after this.
This is Rob Kuhneman of Fargo, a current Big Ten, Summit League, and Mid-American Conference basketball official. Why officiate? Almost every referee will tell you it keeps them involved in the game, and they know a lot more about it. If you're a high school athlete or just out of school and want to stay in the game, call your local high school or the North Dakota High School Activities Association at 701-845-3953. It's that easy.
A message from the NDHSAA and this radio station.
Cardinals get a 43-yard touchdown run from Max Whitman. And they lead 40-0, Vinny.
Yep, definitely not the way that Turtle Mountain was hoping this game would go, but for Carrington fans, it's exactly how they would hope for it to go.
We talked about this in pregame, but let's be honest. Carrington needed this.
They definitely did, especially coming off the past 3 games, I believe, and one play difference. Definitely tough for Carrington.
Parker Bickett's kick is deep over the head, perhaps. No, it's caught at the 10 by Decato across the 20 to the 25. Spins out of 1 to the 27, but that's all. He's up to his own 27. Okay, so Vinny, you're down 40-0. There are 47 seconds left in the half. Are you trying to make something of this if you're Turtle Mountain?
I mean, you guys came all the way down here 2 hours down for a reason. You might as well try something.
All right. Vinny says try to get on the board before halftime, even if you're down by 40. By the way, we will have a very fast second half. A very fast second half because the clock will be running. Vinny, now you are going to have to help me out with the rule. What are the instances where the clock will stop? Is it between an extra point and a kickoff and anything else?
No, that's it.
That's it?
That's all it is.
All right. So under the center is LaFontaine with 2 receivers short side right. Nobody to the left, down by 40. Man in motion, right to left. And play action. LaFontaine to throw. He throws, and it is a one-handed catch. And out of bounds by Shire Decato. 11 yards to the 38. That's a pretty nice catch.
Not even a bad throw by that quarterback, but the receiver was definitely able to make a interesting grab. I don't think he needed to catch that with one hand.
I don't think he did either, but that's what he did. And they're out to their own 38 with 40 seconds left. I believe they have one timeout remaining in the half. That's right, one timeout. 40-0 Cards. Same formation, 2 to the wide side right. And play action. LaFontaine, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's going to be on every highlight reel ever. Alec Threadgold absolutely decleats LaFontaine. Wow.
That's his third sack of the game, I believe.
It is his third sack. And let me promise, he has never had a louder one than that. Oh my gosh. Second and long, 10 seconds left in the half. A throw across the middle is almost intercepted by Whitman again. And it's third down and 18.
Definitely a good read by Whitman. Just went right through the hands.
Trust me when I tell you, you are going to see that hit on This Week in Carrington Sports, Sunday night at 7 on the KDAK, the Cardinal YouTube channel. Believe you me. Oh, my gosh. I felt that one, Vinny.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm already injured.
Yeah.
With my dang knee. They called a personal foul on Carrington.
Yeah, it is.
Or no, they called pass interference, okay. So it's the first penalty. And now the ball is at the 45, and the last play of the half is a sack. Cody Otto, 11-yard loss. And that is how the first half is going to come to a close. Carrington gets 5 sacks in the first half. 3 by Alec Threadgold, 2 by Cody Otto. The offense goes crazy. And at the end of one half of play at Cardinal Stadium on Homecoming 2025, our score, the Carrington Cardinals 40, the Turtle Mountain Community Braves nothing. And Cardinal football continues right after this.
Running tough, running strong. High Plains Equipment.
High Plains Equipment is your authorized Case IH dealer serving farmers around Carrington, Devils Lake, Rugby, and Harvey. When you're ready to invest in a new piece of quality Case IH equipment, their friendly and knowledgeable sales, financing, service, and parts departments will make sure your experience is outstanding. Visit highplainseq.com to connect with your local Case IH High Plains Equipment location. Many dream of 5-star hotels and 5-star restaurants. What about 5-star treatment from your dentist? That's exactly what you'll get at Carrington Dental Care. Dr. J's and Dr. Chaz's gentle, relaxed, and friendly atmosphere will give you a full-service dental experience with 5-star customer service and care. Carrington Dental Care will give you 5-star dental treatment for the entire family. New patients are always welcome. Visit thecarringtondentist.com or call 701-652-2801.
This is Tanner from Leading Edge Equipment. We've got you covered for all your on-farm bulk oil needs. We deliver high-quality John Deere engine oil, High Guard, Cool Guard, and DEF, along with a wide selection of oil tanks and accessories. Call Scott in Michigan, Chuck in Carrington, or me, Tanner in Devils Lake. We're ready to deliver right to your farm. Leading Edge Equipment, your family-owned John Deere dealer in Michigan, Devils Lake, Hamden, and Carrington. Talk to the parts department today.
Do you want to make sure homework time isn't spent on games and video streaming? Dakota Central can help. With Experience IQ, you set limits to ensure your kids aren't playing when they should be doing homework. With premium managed Wi-Fi from Dakota Central, you can create healthier internet habits for your children from the easy-to-use Command IQ app. Learn more about premium Wi-Fi and Experience IQ today at www.dakotacentral.com.
Here with offensive and defensive lineman Andrew Matten, dare I say, it looks like you've grown even more in the last year. What's it like being the biggest dude on this team?
It's just kind of like, it's tough to lose, I guess. My teammates are going to like that I say that.
What do you make of the team this year? It's got a little different look to it, but you guys have some big expectations.
I like our 5 up front, and that's kind of where it all starts. But, we didn't know what we were going to do the last few years in terms of who we're losing. 2 years ago when we lost Brock and Carson, I didn't know what we were going to do on the line. We figured it out. like last year, like this last year we lost Josh and Ryder and Corbin. I think we're going to figure it out just fine. Parker's looking great. Max is looking great. So I think we're going to be great. We're going to be better than last 2 years, too.
All right, let's talk about game day for Andrew Matt. What is on your playlist in pregame?
Playlist? Sometimes actually I like country music on game day. So that's a little crazy, I guess. I don't listen to super heavy, crazy music sometimes. I just like to chill out, relax, get my body like stretched out, you know. It's not like one of those guys who just likes to bang their head on the locker. You know, Cody?
Cody's that guy, isn't he? Well, good luck this year, and thanks for doing this.
Sure, thanks, BJ.
And that's offensive and defensive lineman, Andrew Matt.
Carrington sports fans, want to stay on top of all the local action? Catch what you missed by checking out the Foster County Independent. From game-changing plays to memorable moments, we've got you covered with the most in-depth sports coverage in town. And don't miss our stunning photo galleries that capture every thrilling moment and winning smile. For the latest scores, stories, and stunning sports shots, grab your copy of the Foster County Independent today or visit us online at fosterconews.com.
The world never stands still, and every day brings new challenges to rise to. But nothing says you have to do it alone. Bremer Bank helped small businesses get more than $1.5 billion in PPP loans. And we're ready to help you and your business keep going and growing. Let's see what we can do together. Find out more at bremer.com.
When it's time to buy a new appliance for your home, remember DJ's Home Center. Did you know they are a locally owned business and that they have been serving this great community since 1993? DJ's Home Center services and delivers within 45 miles of Carrington, bringing you the best prices on all major brand appliances. So don't go anywhere else. Remember that DJ's Home Center is your local, low-priced, best-trained appliance store. Located right by the roundabout. Go Cardinals.
Committed to serving you with compassion. Evans Funeral Home of Carrington and New Rockford. Always available with the care you require, even at the most difficult time. You can count on Evans Funeral Home to provide guidance and answers when it comes to pre-planning, finding the perfect monument or marker to honor your loved one, or for service arrangements. Contact Evans Funeral Home in New Rockford at 947-2911 or in Carrington at 652-3003.
It's the Central City H2O of Carrington halftime report. Central City H2O of Carrington has all of your beverage, water bottle, dispenser, and vending needs covered. Visit centralcityh2o.com or call 701-652-2141. But not right now. He's down talking to the players on the field. Don't mess with Kevin until tomorrow. And you might want to do that before all the good college football starts as well. Just throwing that out there for tomorrow. Let's take a look at stats. For Turtle Mountain, they had that one good drive. They have more first downs than Carrington. They have 7. They have 52 total yards. Cruz LaFontaine, 6 of 22, 74 yards and an interception. They have run the ball for negative 22 yards tonight. For Carrington, look, they've only had 5 first downs. And, okay, but it's because they are averaging 16 yards a snap. They have run 19 plays for 305 yards in the first half. Max Whitman, 4 of 5, 72 yards passing, 43 yards rushing, both with touchdowns, and a 90-yard pick six. There's a reason he's homecoming king, people. 4 rushes for 117 yards and 2 touchdowns for McCade Zink. 4 carries, no yards because of 1 bad snap, and a touchdown for Peyton Harrington. McCade Zink with a 63-yard receiving touchdown to go with the 80-yard rushing touchdown on the first snap of the game. Total yards 305 to 52. Vinny, hardest question you're going to get all night. Your thoughts on that first half?
Oh, man. I mean, everything went wrong for Turtle Mountain. As soon as they started building a momentum on getting positive plays on offense, it got taken away with an interception, which ended up a touchdown for Carrington. The offensive line and defensive line have just been bullied by Carrington. I mean, there's a big speed difference between them, and Carrington got exactly what they were hoping for this week.
They did. Let's take a look at what else is going on in North Dakota tonight. At the half, Langdon leads Thompson 21-6. Park River is beating Grafton 39-8. Harvey Wells County lead Rugby 14-6 at the half. In Region 1, it's Ellendale Edgeley Colm 29, Lisbon 6 at the half. Hillsborough Central Valley 14, Valley City nothing at the half. Northern Cass 20, Mayport CG nothing at the half. And Oaks 21, Sargent County nothing at the half. At halftime in Region 4, Killdeer leads Bowman County 25-24. That's not a good Bowman County team either, by the way. Six-man scores New Rockford Cheyenne Maddock at the half over Midway Minto 66-12. Also, Lemoore Litchville Marion 34-0 over Griggs Mid-Coda. Alexander beats Surrey 52-8. Linton HMB up 49-0 at the half on New Salem Almont. And because, yes, it is really that time of year, the last weekend of the regular season in Major League Baseball, Detroit leads Boston 3-2 in the eighth. Detroit needs to keep winning, especially because Texas leads Cleveland 7-2. If that big collapse happens and Detroit still finds a way to win the Central, that will be crazy. The Mets are trailing Miami 6-2. Cincinnati, however, tied with Milwaukee at 1. And the Yankees lead Baltimore 7-4. Toronto leads Tampa Bay 4-2. Toronto holds the tiebreaker over the Yankees in the American League East. Don't forget, we've got This Week in Carrington Sports on Sunday night. We will give you an inside look on a very fun pep rally today for homecoming, as well as having highlights from tomorrow's cross-country meet in Grand Forks, the 2 volleyball wins this week, and the homecoming football win as well. Then on Monday night, Vinny and I are in Pingree. It is Carrington and MPB in volleyball. Old District 5 and Region 3 rivals get together in Pingree, 6:45 on Monday. Right now, we take our final break, and we thank you so much for joining us for the Central City H2O of Carrington halftime report. The second half, when Cardinal football continues in just a moment.
Central City H2O of Carrington has all of your beverage, water bottle, dispenser, and vending needs covered. They serve a 15-county area and deliver to home, office, and work sites a line of water and other products. Visit CentralCityH2O.com or call 701-652-2141. Visit them on Facebook for more information about in-home and office deliveries and the products available. Hydrate your home and office. Central City H2O of Carrington. We supply the water and vending you need where you need it.
When you work with your local Pioneer team, you gain hard-working partners who strive to know your every acre. Doug Retzlaff is your local Pioneer Seed sales representative in Carrington. Call Doug at Retzlaff Seed and Supply LLC. He will do the best to match the right product on the right acre and supply you with unparalleled choices of Pioneer Seed products treated with Lumigen brand seed treatment to protect your investment. Doug and his team also carry a complete lineup of livestock feed and minerals. Retzlaff Seed and Supply LLC in Carrington, near the roundabout.
Napa is your source for quality auto parts for your car or truck in Carrington. Let us use our Napa know-how to help you find the right battery, brakes, filters, headlights, wipers, or other parts you need to get your job done. We also stock tools, equipment, and many other items for cars, heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farm equipment. Order your parts online or drop by today at 490 8th Street North. Call 652-3663. Your Carrington Napa Auto Parts team looks forward to serving you today.
Just about ready for the second half after the 3-minute countdown. We were just talking to Coach Wolski, and this is a legitimate concern for Carrington. You can't pull a whole lot of offensive linemen because you don't have a whole lot of offensive linemen. Your offensive linemen are on the sideline in slings. There's your offensive lineman that you can pull. Andrew Matt's in a sling. We heard from him earlier in halftime. Connor Gass is in a sling. There's your guys that you can pull. So I'm guessing Billy Jorgensen will get some time. Kirby Freeman, Brant Klein, Charlie Eversvik. I don't really know how much deeper it goes than that.
Jackson Zink.
Who, Vinny?
Jackson Zink might get some action in there, maybe.
Yeah, Jackson Zink, sure. Maybe Oakley Hoggle. I mean, we're going to see a lot of names that are not typically on this stat sheet tonight. We're going to see Big O get some carries at some point, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to see any of that immediately, though, because Turtle Mountain gets the football to begin the second half. We do know we'll see Parker Bickett at quarterback. I'm very intrigued by Ewan Averly, by the way. I think he's going to be a nice player for us in the future. He gets a little stronger. He's got a good frame. He's just got to get a little stronger. Might get some playing time here in this second half as well at wide receiver. Might see Jackson Peltier out there as well. Who knows? There's going to be a lot of names that we have not seen on a field in this second half. Carrington up by 40. That's why we're talking about it like this. We wait for the clock to go all the way down to 0. And again, we will have a running clock. Vinny informs us the only time the clock will stop is after an extra point so that you can get ready to kick it away. And Vinny knows all about that because New Rockford, until last week, had gone 16 consecutive games with the second half running clock, winning all of them.
New Rockford's a powerhouse.
Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, yeah, they are. And if Midway Minto didn't think so before tonight, they certainly do now.
Oh, yeah.
It's 66-14 at the half in that game. So from what you're hearing, Vinny, who is the second best team in that region after New Rockford? Was it North Prairie?
Yeah, I would say North Prairie. I mean, North Borders, we thought North Border was going to be better than North Prairie, but that's not what we saw.
There you go. Parker Bickett will also handle the kicking here in the second half. And he lets his right foot go through the football, and it's going to go through the end zone. Look at that for Parker Bickett. He's got the wind, but come on, give it to him. Parker with the touchback, he comes out to the 20. And so now the Turtle Mountain offense, which had 52 total yards, but 74 of those were passing. And poor Cruz LaFontaine got decked 5 times, including he's still seeing Alec Threadgold and his stars above his head, like the old cartoons. And away we go. LaFontaine hands it off up the middle, and there's not a lot there, maybe a yard for Wilkie. Actually, that's not Wilkie, that's Desjardins. No gain. And give him a yard to the 21.
I think the best thing that can happen for Turtle Mountain at this point is see some points on the board for their side. See not a goose egg on there for the guest.
And if you're Carrington, get out of this healthy now. No injuries. Let your goofy broadcaster be the last injury of the season. 2nd and 9. Handoff. Near side with room is Wilkie. Over the 30 to the 36. He gets 15 and a first down.
Great play by Turtle Mountain as they got another first down.
They're 8th. They have 3 more first downs than Carrington does, but that's because Carrington has hit a ton of big plays. First down at the 36-yard line. And you know Matt Hone and his defense want a second shutout of the year.
Definitely.
You know they do. No doubt about it. 1st and 10 on their own 36. Same formation, 2 to the short side right. And a split backfield handoff left side. And with room over the 40 to the 46-yard line, 10 yards and a first down for Desjardins. Couple of nice counter plays.
Definitely. Turtle Mountain's running backs have been getting it going in the second half.
26 yards on the drive so far. They're on the C of CHS on the logo for homecoming. Carrington leading 40-0. With two receivers to the left, tight ends on both sides of the formation. Under the center. And a handoff near side, and this time Wilkie is hit behind the line of scrimmage, finally by Gabe Clifton.
That's a good read as the linebacker. To see that running back run to the outside and have a good pursuit angle to make the tackle.
That's exactly right, a 1-yard pickup. 9:40 and counting, third quarter bank forward scoreboard, and I do mean counting fast with the running clock. 40-0 Carrington. Two receivers left, tight end right, split backfield, LaFontaine under center. Has the snap, LaFontaine will run play action. He wants to take off, and he does, over midfield with room over the 45, and LaFontaine taken down right at the 45. 7 yards, and it's third down and short. Third down, and let's call it a yard. Make it 2, third down and 2. And now Carrington will bring in Chuck Jorgensen and go 5 up front against a predictable running situation on 3rd and 2. Two receivers short side left, a tight end to the right, and a split backfield with LaFontaine under center. And he hands it near side, and first down for Wilkie, I think. He did, to the 43.
On the bright side for Turtle Mountain, that's exactly how they want to start.
It is. And that's their first third down conversion of the game. They're 1 for 7. They have it at the Carrington 43. Check it, the 44. First down. They've been inside the Carrington 30 once and then threw a pick 6 to the King. The homecoming King, Max Whitman. 2 to the short side right, nothing to the left, and a handoff going left. And Desjardins has room inside the 40 to the 38, and a flag comes flying out. Carrington has a player with, or Turtle Mountain has a player without a helmet. And I wonder if this has something to do with the flag. It might. It does. Personal foul, Carrington. So another first down, and this is the best drive of the night for Turtle Mountain.
Looks like Kirby Freeman just got in the game.
Yep. Kirby had started the last couple of games on the offensive line while Jacob Heinrichs was recovering from that broken finger. Got it caught in a jersey and pulled down. Yeah, that'll break your finger. First and 10 on the Carrington 23. From the right hash with 2 to the short side right and nothing to the left. And a false start. That'll derail a drive. Third penalty on the Braves. Now the clock does not stop during this penalty. That's one of the things Vinny so accurately told us would happen. It will only stop after an extra point. Which is good because we still have to get our commercials in. So thank you, officials, very much. 2 receivers right, nothing left. Split backfield behind LaFontaine under center. He hands it left side. Desjardins is going to get inside the 25 to the 20 and all the way down to the 19. He gets 9. Desjardins does.
On the bright side for Turtle Mountain, the running game in the second half has worked.
49 yards this drive, all on the ground on 8 carries. That's 6 yards a pop.
Definitely a big difference from that first half when they had negative, how many rushing yards in the first
Negative 22, but negative 36 on sacks. Remember, that goes against your team rushing yards. It's second down and 6. From the Carrington 19, halfway through the third, it's 40-0. And LaFontaine hands it right side. And getting down to the 10 is Wilkie. He gets Not to the 10, but to the 15, I beg your pardon. So he got 4 yards, and it's 3rd and short again for Turtle Mountain. Third and 2. They need the Carrington 13. They're at the Carrington 15. Under the center is LaFontaine. He has a snap, gives it, going left, nowhere to go. Good penetration and a 4-yard, 5-yard loss for Desjardins. It's 4th down.
Great play by the defensive line as they did not give that running back any room to run.
Was that Chuck Jorgensen that blew that up? That may have been Chuck.
I think it was.
It is 4th down. And if you're Turtle Mountain, you just want one of these drives to end in points. They've now had 2 good drives. You want this one to end in points. By the way, they've had the ball for over 7 minutes. They're going to win time of possession tonight by a lot. On 4th down, and let's call it 7. From the Carrington 20 center of the field, 2 receivers right, split backfield. LaFontaine to throw. Look out, he hit as he throws. Oh, it could have been another pick 6 for Max Whitman. It was dropped, and it's a turnover on downs.
Great read by Whitman. Step forward more, and he would have had another pick 6.
Barring something weird in the second half, we're going to be talking to Max Whitman in postgame. And now Carrington from their own 20. Let's see. The new quarterback is Parker Bickett. Hayden Hoggle is still, I don't see a whole lot of changes yet. Maybe after one drive, we'll see. Here's Parker Bickett at quarterback. Man in motion base-ons, and it's a false start. Everybody moved but the center, which is usually the center's fault. So it's 1st and 15 on the 15. This can happen, can't it? Things get a little fractured when some reserve players are coming in and you're just trying to kill off the clock. It can get a little fractured. 1st and 15 at the 15. Shotgun for Bickett, who has a touchdown pass this year, was to Max Whitman. Very high snap. He'll keep it across the 15 and up to the 20. And frankly, Parker Bickett did well to get 5 yards. Really well, in fact. It's 2nd down and 10. At the 20. Actually, give him 6 to the 21. 2nd and 9.
Who's that getting taped up down there? What's that? Who's getting taped up right there? Yeah. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, tight end, wing back right. Parker Bickett calls for the snap and gives it to McCade Zink. And Zink's across the 20 to the 24 for 3 yards. McCade with 120 rushing yards on 5 carries, including an 80-yarder on the very first play of the game. And it was at that moment that we kind of knew what this might look like. It's 3rd down. Checking out of the lineup is Emery Patzer. 2 receivers left, tight end wing. Nope, just a tight end to the right. Split shotgun backfield for Parker Bickett. 2:20 to play in the 3rd and counting. Bank forward scoreboard, and Turtle Mountain jumps. And so now it's 3rd and short.
Definitely makes up for that play that the center didn't snap the ball.
It does. It does. 4th penalty for 15 yards for Turtle Mountain. Remember, they had a 0-yard penalty because the ball was already inside the 1. So, and Ewan Aberly is being wrapped up on the sideline. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe on the kickoff? I'm really not sure. 3rd down, mud offense in there, 3rd and 2. And now Maddox McAloney false starts. So it's back to 3rd and 7. What a weird 3rd quarter.
Definitely not the way that you want that to go for Carrington, especially since they just had the defense jump.
3rd down and 7. Number 1 Langdon in here next Friday night. That'll be fun. 3rd and 7, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Bickett to throw. He stands. He throws. It's caught. It's Gabe Clifton. First down to the 35-yard line. He gets 12 and a first.
Looks like someone's helmet came off on the Carrington side.
So they'll have to check out for a play.
Looks like it was Threadgold.
Alec Threadgold. Gabe Clifton gets his second catch for 19 yards. Carrington have to run one more play in the third quarter. We're not joking when we say these second halves go by fast when you've got the running clock. Tight formation, 1st and 10, and Bickett sends a man in motion, and the snap's over his head. He falls on it back at the 24. And that is how the third quarter comes to a close with the score, Carrington 40, Turtle Mountain nothing. And we'll have fourth quarter action for you in a moment when Carrington football continues after this.
On the field, every second counts. And when injuries happen, you need a hometown advantage. At JRMC Orthopedics, our local team offers fast access to expert care, so you don't have to travel out of town. From sprains and all the way to joint replacements. Every same day, we've got you covered. The best plays start with getting back in the game. Orthopedic care that keeps you moving. It's right here. Visit jrmcnd.com to learn more.
The Carrington Area Healthy Communities Coalition is a partnership of individuals and organizations working together to create a healthier community in which to work, live, and play. They support alcohol, drugs, smoking, vaping, and suicide prevention programs and promote activities such as pickleball, yoga, and park improvement. Their mission is to promote and support physical and mental health activities, prevention services, and community learning initiatives that promote a healthy lifestyle for the people of Carrington and surrounding areas. Visit healthycarrington.org.
We go to the fourth quarter. It's 40-0 here. Other scores in the region: Langdon 28-6 over Thompson, Harvey 28-6 over Rugby, and Park Rivers beating Grafton 39-8. New Rockford Cheyenne Maddock. 6 minutes left in the third. They lead Midway Minto 74-12. That was 44-0 5 minutes in tonight. My gosh. So Carrington have 2nd and long after they snapped it over Parker Bickett's head. 2nd and 22. Shotgun, man in motion, base-ons, and another bad snap. Bickett retrieves this one. He steps up. He's just going to run. And you know what? He actually gets 3 yards off of that. Make it 4. 4 yards for Parker. It's 3rd down. Carrington on the night 3 for 4 on 3rd down. But this is a long one, 3rd down and 18. From their own 28, they've got to get to the 46. They lead 40-0. They are going to snap this 3-game losing streak. And look at that. They're 1-3 in the region. They're going to have a positive point differential in the region. That tells you how good they've really been. 5 receivers and Bickett to throw. Steps up, scrambles left. Now he's going to take off 30 over the 35 and out of bounds at the 38-yard line. So he got half of it, but it is 4th down.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but to me it looked like there was 2 open receivers on the right side of the field. But I guess as a quarterback, if you look there right away and it's not there, then the next option is a scramble.
The first punt of the night for Bickett. He averages on his 16 kicks this year 35 and a half. He had a season-high 52-yarder against Harvey Wells County, and he's punting into the wind. So we'll see how it goes on 4th and 9. It's a good snap, and Bickett's kick is away. It's a low-line drive, which it has to be in the wind. Bounces inside the 25 and is down at the 23. 40-yard punt and no return. So from the 23-yard line with 10:09 to play, fourth quarter bank forward scoreboard, Carrington up 40-0. It is still Cruz LaFontaine for Turtle Mountain.
Looks to me like they're keeping most of the starters out there.
They have a few other young players listed as quarterbacks. Who knows how much they've played. And LaFontaine hands it right side. Running room for Wilkie. Over the 35 to the 38. He gets 15 yards, and Wilkie's got a first down. The 12th first down for Turtle Mountain. They have twice as many first downs as Carrington.
The ground game for Turtle Mountain has definitely improved in the second half, but you know it's they were hoping for that 40 points ago.
That's a very good point, Vinny. And a handoff right side, Wilkie over the 45. Wilkie all the way out to the 47. First down. Wilkie's up to 55 yards rushing.
Looks like the defensive line has to stiffen up and not let Turtle Mountain get another 3 first downs in a row.
It is still pretty much a starting lineman. Again, the problem with the numbers right now is that Carrington can't just put 11 new guys out there. From the 47-yard line, their own 47 with 8:50 to play, and LaFontaine on a bootleg has room over the 50. And he gets outside to the Carrington 47. He fumbled, but it went out of bounds. At the 48, that's 5 more yards for Cruz LaFontaine.
Looks like Billy Jorgensen went in for Chuck Jorgensen.
He sure did. Billy's in. And also, as you mentioned, Kirby Freeman's in. Still Hayden Hoggle, still Alec Threadgold. The linebackers haven't changed. The DBs haven't changed. On second down and 5. A handoff near side. This time Threadgold says no, sir. And there's nothing doing for Desjardins. It's third down. Going to try to do some quick research, and I don't know if I'm going to be successful. I'm going to try. When is the last time Carrington had 2 shutouts in one season?
Looks like Kruwolski just checked in for a linebacker.
He sure did. Kruwolski's in there, number 16.
Crew, forward!
I have the answer to that question. A handoff going right. And diving to the 48 for 3 yards goes Wilkie. A 3-yard pickup. Carrington opened the 2018 season, Vinny, by shutting out their first 3 opponents. Without looking, can you name any of them?
Oh, man, I definitely cannot.
Kindred, Harvey Wells County, and West Hope Newburgh.
Really?
Carrington won over Kindred 20-0, Harvey 42-0, and West Hope 48-0. 4th and 2 here. That's the last time Carrington had multiple shutouts in a season. On 4th down, a handoff right side. Wilkie stood up. He got the first down with second effort. He got 4, and it's first down Turtle Mountain.
Yeah, I mean, they were there. You know, that wasn't terrible. I mean, you know.
First down, Braves with 6:25 and counting left in the football game. And Carrington up 40-0. They did all their damage in the first half. A receiver to the left and a handoff to Wilkie, and he's got room down to the 35. Wilkie gets 7 more. Wilkie has actually put together a night of 69 rushing yards. And remember, in the first half, there were 52 total yards for Turtle Mountain. They've got 92 this half. And guess what? Every single one of them on the ground. Second down and 2.5 from the Carrington 35 with 2 receivers to the short side right and nothing to the left. Split backfield. LaFontaine hands off going left. And there is nothing there this time for Desjardins. It's third down. And I think Threadgold was in there again. Alec Threadgold's had a great game, Vinny.
He definitely has. He's been definitely a big part of that defensive line as he's got like 3 or 4 sacks, I believe, right? 3 sacks.
And Cody Otto has 2. All in the first half. Two receivers right. Split backfield behind LaFontaine on 3rd and 3. He will run play action. LaFontaine wants to throw. He rolls. He's hit. Did he get the ball out of there? No, he didn't. Cody Otto got another sack. Or did he get it out of there? Officials are talking. Oh, they're going to call grounding. Okay. They're going to call grounding, and so it is a sack. And it's Cody Otto's 3rd sack of the game. And so now it's 3rd and long with 4:38 left and Carrington up by 40. We are back with you next Friday night, 6 o'clock, same bat time, same bat channel. Carrington and Langdon. Remember last year, Carrington 34-point underdogs went to Langdon and beat them.
Langdon's definitely going to look for a little revenge game on Carrington.
And I'm not going to lie, would it really be that big of a surprise if they were 34-point favorites coming in?
No, not at all.
4th down and a whole bunch for Turtle Mountain. They're 1 for 4 on their 4th downs. It is 4th and 15. They need to get to the Carrington 32, shotgun empty formation. And LaFontaine just lets it go down the right side. He's got a man, but he's overthrown him, and the ball goes over on downs.
Seems to be a big constant in this game for that quarterback is he's just overthrowing, I think it's about 7 or 8 passes in this game.
He is 6 for 20. He is 6 for 24 for 74 yards.
Yep, definitely a lot of those is just barely 2 steps over the receiver's head.
So good job by the Carrington defense, and now the offense's final possession of the night. And a whole lot of new guys are in there. Braden Ostrasil, Jackson Peltier. The running back is, I can't actually see
25.
who the running.
Gabe English.
It's Gabe English. Parker Bickett has a snap, and he gives it to Gabe English. Or actually, that's 26, who breaks a tackle. It's Emery Patzer, and he's taken down behind the line, an 8-yard loss for Emery Patzer. Second and 18. Carrington have all backups in there now. JV players. Peltier, well, not Maddox McAloney. He's still in there, wide right. Shotgun for Bickett. He's got a split shotgun backfield. And it's Braden Ostrasil over the 40. Ostrasil with a stiff arm, and the sideline loves it. He gets 3 yards, and Braden Ostrasil gets his highlights. He said, "Get off me." 3 yards for Braden. It's 3rd down and 14 for Carrington with 2:25 and counting left. 2 receivers left, tight end wing back right. The wing is Ostrasil. He's in motion, and they'll give it to him. Braden over the 45, lowers his shoulder over the 50. Braden's all the way to the Turtle Mountain 48-yard line. He gets 8 more. How about Big O?
Looks like his helmet popped off. He's got to come out.
Popped off. Oh, my goodness. His helmet popped off. Big O running hard, man. 4th down, Carrington. 4th and 6 on the 48 of Turtle Mountain with under 2 to play. 2 receivers left, including Braden Christensen, Rick's grandson, the voice of Cardinals Stadium, his grandson. Shotgun Parker Bickett. He'll hand it off underneath with room. Krulwolski has the first down, I think. Did Crew get there? He's just short. Just short. He got 5 yards. It's first down, Turtle Mountain. Real close, but Crew Wolski's first varsity rush goes for 5 years. This building may have shook if he had broken loose. I'm not saying why. I'm just saying it would have shook.
Oh, yeah.
So the final 80 seconds here as Carrington will go to 2-4 on the year, 1-3 in league play. Turtle Mountain 0-6, 0-4. Or 0-4. Bad snap, and it's fallen on way back at the 25-yard line, an 18-yard loss.
Now they're putting in some JV guys in there.
That's right. Gabe Clifton just checked out. McAloney's still in there, though. Basons is still in there, though. But I do see Hayden Hoggle still in there.
I see Emery checked in there.
Isaiah Otis has checked in. Jamison Coots has checked in for the final play of the game, probably, on 2nd down and long. And LaFontaine to throw. He steps up. He throws. That ball's caught. And it's out of bounds to the 40 for Wilkie, so 15 yards to Wilkie.
Getting out of bounds will not matter as it's running clock. Don't think that they're going to get another playoff.
They might. We'll see.
Oh, yeah, looks like they're trying.
They're trying. Cody Otto comes rushing off the field in time. 3rd down, LaFontaine to throw. He throws. That ball's dropped incomplete. Ooh. And that is how the night will end. 5-4-3, and the Carrington Cardinals have won their homecoming in 2025 with the final count. The Carrington Cardinals 40, the Turtle Mountain Braves nothing. And we will have our post-game report right after this when Cardinal football continues in a moment.
Nothing has embodied the American spirit like the family farmer. Year after year, they continue to work the land and plant their crops. Through droughts, floods, and uncertain markets, they keep that spirit alive with another crop harvested for the next generation. And for that, we tip our hats to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
In Carrington, see Randy Hui.
Rest assured that you'll be treated with the care and respect you deserve at Central Pharmacy. Conveniently located in the heart of Carrington and New Rockford, Central Pharmacy delivers the kind of attention and commitment to improving your health care that the big box stores just can't. Central Pharmacy does it all, from medical supplies to prescriptions, health and wellness concerns. Plus, we have a great selection in our gift, boutique, and decor departments. Visit us on Facebook for up-to-date info. Central Pharmacy, your one-stop in Carrington and New Rockford.
Guard Dental in Carrington has your smile on the mind. Guard Dental specializes in orthodontics, cosmetic dentistry, teeth whitening, dental crowns and bridges, dental veneers, dental implants, general and family dentistry, root canals, clear aligner orthodontics, sedation dentistry, dentures, lasers, TMJ therapy, and wisdom teeth removal. Call Guard Dental today for family dentistry and beyond. Guard Dental in Carrington, 701-652-2300.
Your first car. It may have been a fixer-upper, but you treated it right. It was your own. That's how Showplace Cabinetry approaches each crafted piece. We deliver it to you with care, because it's our own. Central City Lumber can help you choose the design of your dreams. Give them a test drive. This American-made cabinetry is adaptable to your unique style and built with pride. Every single piece is back for a lifetime. Bet you wish you had that deal on your car. Stop in at Central City Lumber of Carrington, and let's build a beautiful kitchen or bath that really turns heads.
Life is about moments, big or small, joyful or challenging. At Carrington Health Center, we believe everyone in our community deserves compassionate care close to home, so you can focus on enjoying those moments surrounded by the people you love. At our facility, we put the care in
physical therapy,
radiology,
love,
acute care, clinic.
Carrington!
3
3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula, 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional eye care centers, clearly the best.
Cardinals win homecoming 40-0 over the Turtle Mountain Community Braves out of Belcourt. They are now 2-4 on the year, 1-3 in Region 2 play. Turtle Mountain's 0-6, 0-4, and eliminated from playoff contention. If there was any playoff contention for Turtle Mountain, there isn't anymore. Sometimes, Vinny, this game that we analyze and we talk about and we find 50 different ways sometimes it's really simple. Punch a team in the mouth early and don't let them breathe.
Yeah, exactly, and that's exactly what Carrington was trying to do, and that's exactly what they did. As Turtle Mountain was coming up with some plays there in the second half, but still no points to show for it, and that's been a common theme for them throughout the season.
I tell you what, before we go any further, let us pause 10 seconds for station identification live from the Central City. This is Carrington Football.
The Cardinal is AM 1600 KDAK, Carrington, and FM 100.1 K261EW, Carrington. Locally owned and operated by I3G Media.
BJ Walters along with Vinny Rappel and Wyatt Reed with you at Cardinal Stadium, as Wyatt makes a grand entrance. Of course he does. We're going to get Max Whitman, we're going to get Kyle Smith, and we're going to do stats and scores as well. All of that coming up when we come back. Cardinals win it 40-0, and Cardinal football continues in a moment.
Carrington Drug, your independently owned Good Neighbor Pharmacy, salutes caregivers everywhere. The ones who aid an aging parent or nurturing a sick child. The fact is, we are all caregivers at different times, and your community pharmacist is ready to go above and beyond to support you with encouragement and guidance, good times and bad. Visit with Matt Paulson and his expert staff at Carrington Drug, 415 Main Street in Carrington, caring for you and our community.
The fun is always on tap. I'm headed to Headlocks. Headlocks. Headlocks.
Head on over to Headlocks of Carrington for some great deals after the Cardinals game. If you and your friends come in sporting any Cardinals gear, you'll not only receive the friendliest service around, but also special discounts. Ask for more details and visit us on Facebook for all of our happenings.
The fun is always on tap. I'm headed to Headlocks. Headlocks. Headlocks.
Headlocks, Carrington, North Dakota.
Back in Carrington and joined by the king of the night, Max Whitman, homecoming king. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the win. I know you guys have kind of been looking for just an opportunity to take out some frustration. That was it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a great win by the fellas. I mean, just running the ball all over the place, doing whatever we wanted, honestly. Great feeling.
That first play must make you as a quarterback feel awfully good about things.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even have to do anything. I just caught the ball, gave it to McKay, and he just took off.
And you know what? Sometimes that works.
Yes, it does.
Take us through the tip drill pick. You guys work on tip drill a lot in practice, and it paid off right there.
Yeah, I mean, Maddox knew I was right behind him, and then he just went up, made a play on the ball, just got right to me, and then I just took off, I guess.
Your offensive line, I know quarterbacks and running backs like to talk about their offensive line when they have a night like tonight, but the size of the holes they were creating, I mean, I'm on a bum knee. I might have been able to get through those.
Yeah, they were doing a great job. I mean, they were all executing their jobs perfectly. Worked out great.
So next week, Langdon at home, big opportunity.
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge, but, I mean, if we played like we played tonight, I think it's going to be a good game.
Well, King, congratulations. Go dance your night away, my friend.
Thank you.
That is Max Whitman. We're going to get his head coach in here. Career win number 45 for Kyle Smith. I'm not saying that we count them one by one, Coach, but that's kind of, what we do. Information's readily available these days. And you and I had a very interesting and important conversation on Wednesday off the air where you said, we just need something to go right for us. And sure enough, the first play, something goes right, and it did snowball.
Yeah, that kind of set the tone for the night.
we've been waiting for that all year. A big play, the first play of the game, and it happened to us last week. And I challenged the kids before the game. I said, "Hey, let's make our own luck," and made a great play. Line, like you said, opened up a huge hole, and McKay made a couple nice moves in the open field, and he beat everyone to the end zone. So that was an awful nice start to the night, and it kind of set the tone.
I thought Max's touchdown run was really good, and then obviously the pick six. This is now 2 straight games with a defensive touchdown after you didn't have one last year.
Yeah, pretty awesome, and those are so huge. They're such, they take the wind out of the sails of the other team, and that one that Max caught, what a great athletic play by both Maddox to get a hand on it and Max to pick it off. And then I didn't think he had a chance to beat everyone to the end zone, and Max showed some wheels on that play. I haven't really seen that side of Max, but no, he's got some pretty good speed. He's a pretty big kid and an awful good athlete, and great play.
And you got to get some guys in the second half that I know you're the first to talk about your sub-varsity, the look that they give the varsity all week, and you guys really work them hard. I'm out there on Wednesdays. You guys really work them hard, and good to see them get some time.
Yeah, I know early in the week, we call them the yellows because they wear the yellow caps at practice, but they were causing a lot of fits for our varsity. Our varsity was not very happy with them, and I told them every day, I said, hey, yellows, you keep coming and causing fits for those older guys because that's what makes us better. And Wednesday and Thursday were awesome practices. The JV played really hard in practice, and that only makes us better, and it makes us find out where the problem areas are, and so hats off to those kids. It's total team effort all week long.
Your kids absolutely loved Big O losing a helmet, lowering the shoulder. Let's go, Braden.
Yeah, Big O, he's quite the personality, and he made a really nice run there on that jet sweep, and he brags about his wheels, and so we got to see a little taste of it there. And then he ran over a kid too, but he's a big hard-nosed kid, and he's going to be a good player someday for us.
All right, so next week it's Langdon. Tell me if this sounds familiar at all. You'll be coming in huge underdogs. How can Carrington possibly beat Langdon? Oh wait, you did it last year.
Yeah, and that's one kind of a positive for us that we know what it's like. We know what it takes to beat them. And again, last year we got off to a good start, and we're hoping the same as this year. Langdon's awful tough. They're awful disciplined. I watched all their games this year, and you're going to have to play a good game. You're going to have to get some breaks. Last year we got a couple turnovers. We're going to need some of that, and we're going to need the effort like we did tonight. And you throw all your cards on the table and see what happens.
You talked. The last thing you said to us in pregame was it feels a lot better when you go to that dance after a win. How about a 40-0 one?
Yeah, we'll take it. Like I told you before, I'd take a 3-0 win on homecoming night, and the kids left no doubt in the first half.
Well, Coach, congratulations. We'll see you next week for Langdon.
Appreciate it. Thanks, BJ.
That's Cardinal head coach Kyle Smith, who picks up his 45th career win tonight. We'll take a break. When we come back, Vinny and I look at scores. We'll see if New Rockford's at 100 yet. Looked like that was possible there for a while tonight. I don't know if they got there, but we'll check and see, and we'll do all of that when Cardinal football continues in just a moment.
There's no community like a Cenex community. That's why every Cenex store is proud to serve theirs by supporting local athletic teams, promoting the arts, and making sure each store is a place its neighbors can find what they need, catch up with their friends, and stay connected. It's also why we give back, helping to make the wonderful places we call home the best they can be. The store next door, powered locally at Cenex.
That killdeer game
Visit
is
your
getting
local
nutty.
Arrowwood Prairie Co-op in Carrington, Wimbledon, Cooperstown, and Sutton.
When you're thinking about insurance, think of Bickett Insurance. Bickett Insurance, through our partnership with Auto Owners Insurance,
And
can
they're
take care of your
losing
farm,
to Bowman
home,
freaking
auto,
County.
business, or life
Bowman's
insurance
not
needs.
good.
The agents at Bickett Insurance have over 115 years of insurance experience. We know how to design policies to protect the things important to you. Give Bickett Insurance a call today.
Better get Bickett. Bickett Insurance Agency. Better get Bickett. Bickett Insurance Agency.
Cardinals 40-0 on homecoming tonight. BJ Walters, Vinny Rappel back with you. Let's look at the other scores in the region. Harvey Wells County will get their second region win of the year, 35-14. They lead Rugby. Langdon defeated Thompson 34-6, and Park River beat Grafton 39-8. In Region 1, Ellendale Edgeley-Colm 43, Lisbon 12. That's 2. Northern Cass 32-0 over Mayport CG. That's 3. Oaks 28-6 over Sargent County. That's 4. That's a 4-way tie for first place. in Region 1 with 3 weeks to go. That's crazy. And speaking of crazy, with 11 minutes to go, second-ranked Killdeer just took a 52-46 lead over Bowman County. There's still 11 minutes left in that football game. 9-man scores New Rockford Cheyenne Maddock. They were up 44-0 5 minutes in tonight, and they beat Midway Minto 80-12 during this winning streak. This is now 18 straight wins. Correct me if I'm wrong, Vinny. I don't think they've scored more than 80. I think this is the high during the streak.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think it's about 80.
80-12 over Midway Minto tonight. Lemoore Litchfield Marion still not shabby on their part, 57-0 over Griggs Mid-Coda. Number 3, Linton HMB up 65-0 over New Salem Almont in the third. 4th-ranked Alexander, 52-8 over Surrey. And Divide County, 42-0 over Ned Rose at the half. So really the top 5 shouldn't change at all. All 5 teams dominant wins this week in the 9-man ranks. So Carrington now 2-4 overall, 1-3 in the region. And Vinny, I think Kyle Smith said it best. You have to play really well. There's a reason Langdon's number 1. You have to play really well. You have to get a break. And then you, again, have to keep playing really well next week if you're going to beat the number 1 team in the state.
Right. They definitely had everything go right for them today. I mean, hopefully that their momentum from this game can carry on to next week, and they can make some big plays happen, get some turnovers for Langdon, and come out with a win.
If they do, those last 2 games, Rugby, Thompson, you win those, you're in the playoffs.
Right. They definitely need a lot of stuff to go the right way, but right now they just got to focus throughout the week on preparing for Langdon and getting a win against Langdon, not worrying about the rest of the season.
That's exactly right. Cardinals win homecoming, 40-0. My thanks to our eyes in the sky, Wyatt Reed. Also to Vinny Rappel, to everyone here at Carrington High School, including Athletics Director Carla Michelson, High School Principal Connor Weber, and Superintendent Janelle Helm. Now, speaking on behalf of them and our entire crew, including the General Manager of I3G Media Carrington, Lynn Lambrecht, as well as our entire team, Jess Savanash, Callie Widmer, and Amanda Hastings, as well as David Burrell, who you will hear from in a minute on our close credits. My name is BJ Walters. Well, Carrington desperately needed an easy win, and they made it such. With 40 points by halftime, they beat Turtle Mountain for Homecoming 2025, 40-0. We thank you so much for joining us, and an invitation for Sunday night at 7 o'clock on the KDAK, the Cardinal YouTube channel. It's This Week in Carrington Sports. We'll have a recap of this, of the volleyball, of the pep rally, and you'll get another chance to see Drew Matt's interview. And then Monday, Vinny and I are down the road in Pingree. It's actually, for me, a shorter trip for that road game than it is for any home game. Go figure. But it's Carrington and MPB on the volleyball court Monday night, 6:45 here on KDAK, the Cardinal, and on YouTube. Now, for our entire crew, I'm BJ Walters. Carrington wins homecoming, 40-0. Thanks so much for joining us, and good night from the Central City.
Carrington Cardinal football has been brought to you by Gar Dental, Central City Lumber, CHI St. Alexius Carrington Medical Clinic, Professional Eye Care Centers, Carrington Drug, Headlocks, Arrowwood Prairie Co-op, Central City H2O, Bickett Insurance, Sendak, Bassett Motors, Bank Forward, High Plains Equipment, Carrington Dental Care, Dakota Central, Bremer Bank, DJ's Home Center, Evans Funeral Home, Leading Edge Equipment, Farmers Union Insurance, Randy Huey Agent, Retzlaff Seed and Supply, Napa Auto Parts, Jamestown Regional Medical Center, Central Pharmacy, and the Carrington Healthy Communities Coalition. The proceeding has been a presentation of I3G Media Sports on 1600 AM 100.1 FM The Cardinal and the Cardinal YouTube channel.